affirmation, and I'm already starting to hear some things. Now, the number that I've been really drawn to today has been the number 14. And I kind of laughed. I thought, is that Spirit's kind of like funny way of going, if we only have 14 days till Christmas? So I thought, maybe that's a little bit of my conscious mind. But I always go with it. So we're going to pull the number 14 card in the affirmation deck and see what the affirmation is for everybody out there as a collective. Now, for those of you, maybe if you're just listening, or if you're like maybe wondering, why is a number important? Well, I will get numbers throughout the day and sometimes throughout the week, and the numbers will come in and they will generally validate a birth date, a death date, an age, a year. So 14 would be like the 14th of a month. 2014, January 4th, the age of 14 years ago. This is how my guides work with me, and how your loved ones in spirit work to communicate. So and what I like to do is draw the affirmation card according to that number. So the affirmation, oh, this is so good. I know I say this every week, but I swear, it's like Spirit knows. The affirmation says, letting go creates space for me to receive. And boy, if that isn't so true. So letting go creates space for me to receive. And I'll show that on camera here. It's a beautiful message. And then on the back, some beautiful double kind of beautiful butterflies there. So if it's not more true than that, my friends, I'll tell you, letting go is what you need to do to make space for other stuff to come in, right? So let go of the things that are no longer serving you, so you can make room and make space, bring in all that good, new energy, which we're getting ready to start the new year, right? So, which I'm super excited to see how 2026 comes out. Lots of new beginnings and fresh starts. It's going to be beautiful. All right. Well, speaking of new beginnings and fresh starts, we're going to go ahead and take our first caller. And my first caller is Patricia from Illinois. Hi, Patricia. This is Mini Medium. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. How can I help you tonight?
I'm under a great deal of stress, and wondering if I'm going to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, sure, my friend. And I'm sorry you're going through some difficult times. I know this this time of year definitely, sometimes just doesn't help, with the holidays, and especially, where we've got social media out there, and sometimes that doesn't help. I literally just had this conversation with my youngest. That's why I'm bringing it up, and just really trying to help her deal with a lot of the stress and pressures that she has. But let me I'm going to pull a couple cards for you, my friend, really quick here, and let's see what guidance I can give to you. Now, you may have heard me talking about the number 14 earlier. Do you resonate with that number, my friend?
Not really. It's the only thing I think of is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know, that's kind of where my mind goes too. Every time I think of the 14. Unless it's a special day for you, and that can very well be where your guides are giving me that kind of message, or if you have a loved one in spirit that, that was a very special day, other than, I think, millions of people around the world that celebrate Valentine's. But you're right, 14 always takes me there. Maybe just keep it in mind. It may be connecting to the next caller, or one of my other readings I'll have later. All right, my friend, I just pulled a couple cards for you. Now, I'm going to show the cards on camera here. Now, I just intuitively drew a couple cards. Now, both of these cards are the suit of a cup, and they're both upside down. So the one that one of the ones you pulled is this Ace of Cups, and this other is an Eight of Cups. So, you know, this saying, aces and eights, you know, where it's, where I don't know if you ever play blackjack, you know, and they tell you to hit on eights or aces. For me, and I guess I'm just a big gambler, so maybe that's where my brain is going. But when I saw these cards come out for you, this is really where I got excited because two reasons. Both cards are upside down, which I know that might sound a little kind of crazy to say that that sounds good, but it actually is a good thing. What it is telling me is that the things that have been very difficult for you this year, that all of that has been kind of in a cup per se, is ready to be or is in the process of being dumped out and turned over and being done with. Now, anytime I think of aces and eights, that's taking kind of a gamble, but it's also a good gamble. So some things I really want you to be mindful of as we get into 2026. You have a lot of new beginnings and fresh starts coming, my friend, and that's what the ace is. The ace in tarot is, and in the standard deck of cards, it's the beginning of all of the suits. So it'll go ace and then 2, 3, 4, 5. What that shows me is that this new journey is coming. The biggest struggle, the biggest, I would say, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I would say maybe the biggest struggle would be really being open to new beginnings and letting go of the past, letting go of the things that you have been holding on to. One of those really has to do with a male. That's why I keep pausing. I keep getting some kind of very strong chills down my right side. The right side of your body is your divine masculine. This is the connection with the men in your life. There have been some issues in that category for you, hon?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. And I think the only reason why this is coming up is really to go back to this ace, which is to let go of the things that have not been serving you, which really means cutting people out of your life. Now, I'm not saying that you have to run and go and cut, you know, all these men out or a man or whoever it may be. What I'm just saying is that you're starting to put up boundaries, and I really feel those need to happen like today, hun. And only because next year we're in this year of the one, which is literally the ace in a deck of tarot. So it is about going, you know, I'm putting up my boundaries, I'm sticking to them, and I'm not going to allow for anybody to cross those any longer. You have a very strong, well, I keep being pulled to about March or April of next year. I want you to keep that time frame in mind, where I literally, if I had you in front of me and we did a full 1 hour reading and we focused on what I call your life path, right at that time, my friend, every single thing that I would talk about, you are literally going to see we need to talk about. So it's like your health, relationships, finances, family, you know, career, all of these things that you've got coming. I feel like even with you, you're not so, I don't think you're too afraid of change. It's just a sense of I'm too old for change. I don't know why I just had to say that because I don't even know how old you are, but someone just said that. Do you struggle with change where you're at in your life?
I've had in the last 3 years, my whole life turned upside down. I do have a problem with my son.
Okay.
And that's all correct.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. So I want you to think, yeah, that March, April time, you're going to see a lot of changes in every aspect. The biggest thing I want you to know, number one, is that It's a good shift. It's a good change. It is going to require you to put up some boundaries with your son, even more so, or some other family. And it is going to require you to kind of step out of your comfort zone. And I'll tell you, that's not easy. It's not easy to do. One thing I want you to also, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I've been out of my comfort zone because I lost my home in 2022, and it was everything to me. And so I've not been. I always feel like I want to go home. And
right, gotcha,
yeah.
That makes sense, hon. That makes sense. Well, and even when I saw the timing of next year, that March, April time, even seeing your living situation getting better. So it's, my sign that comes in is boxes, and then the boxes open up and it's a brighter light. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's my way of going, this is getting better. We're not closing it up. So the biggest thing I feel for you, like I said, the biggest struggle is to put up those boundaries. And if that has to be with your son, I know I'm a mom as well, and I know how hard that can be. But I get it. I feel like you've sacrificed so much for him, my friend. And those right, and those cups that I was talking about, I just got the vision again of that's where, boy, it's hard. I'm getting choked up. It's really hard because as a mom, it's tough love. And that's where we have to dump the cup out and say no more. And I really feel that's the next step that I see you doing, and that needs to be done. I always say everything happens for a reason, and I know that's a cliche saying, but I really truly feel that. And I've been in the lowest of lows, about 15, 20 years ago, and I never thought I'd be where I am now, my friend. But I'll tell you, women have such an amazing and beautiful intuition. We have been gifted with an amazing intuition. My best advice for you, my friend, is listen to it, because I know it will never steer you wrong. I do feel that your son, about this time next year, maybe not far into December, I feel there's a sense of coming back around and things starting to calm down a little bit. So give it some time, hon. Yeah, give it some time. I would love, I know I got to get my next caller, but I would love, if you are open to it, hon, send me an email. I'd love to kind of elaborate some more that I think is maybe more private. If you're open to that, I would love to set up some time with you, okay?
Why don't we send an email?
Yeah, I would love to do that. So yeah, just send me an email, hon, and you can send it to readings@mini-medium.com.
Mini medium, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope this gave you some hope, my friend. I can't wait to talk to you soon.
Thank you, Minnie.
All right. You're welcome, hon. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and we're going to take our next caller. And I'm super excited. This person's in my hometown. So Erin from Salt Lake City. Hi, Erin. This is Mini Medium. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good, hon. How can I help you tonight?
I'm just kind of a general reading, like if I'm like on the right path, I guess, or like if I should be doing things different.
Sure. Okay, sure. I love it. All right, hon, let me pull a few cards for you and let's take a look. Now, I was just letting the other caller know that the number 14 has been very strong today within my visions. Do you connect with that number 14? Does it resonate with you?
My oldest brother's birthday is on the 14th.
Okay. And is your oldest brother, is he still living, or has he crossed over?
Yeah, he's still with us.
Okay. it may be connecting with him. I'll see what more I can get. But I got a couple cards for you here. What's very interesting, I have to show these cards on camera too. The first card you pulled is this 9 of Cups card. Now that card came out of the deck upside down, and I'll explain what that means here in a moment. And then the other card you pulled is this Hierophant card. Now, the Hierophant is the number 5 in the tarot deck, and then the number 9. So when you add the 9 and 5, we get 14. I'm telling you, there is definitely some connection with you, right? So you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. So we may very well be picking up something for your brother. I always say that I have to get the message out, but you do not have to feel obligated to share it, okay? I just have a strong feeling that that may be part of your reading. All right, hon, so like the other caller I just had, you also have a cup that's upside down. Now that again means that something was inside the cup at one time, and you turned it upside down and said, no more, I am done. It also means that the cup needs to be filled, means we need to turn that cup right side up, and we need to start filling that cup up. So keep that in mind for just a moment. Now, when we go to the Hierophant card, this is a very beautiful spiritual card. This is really about you connecting with your highest self, finding your purpose, starting to really do things for yourself, whereas maybe before you would just give to everybody else. This is what is so beautiful, because even the timing, I feel, is always meant to be. I always say there's no coincidences in life. And we have, 3 weeks left of this year. Now, this year is the year of the 9, which is the 9 that you pulled. And what that means in numerology, so if you look at numbers, it goes 0 through 9. Now, 0 represents God or the universe, whoever you feel your higher power. So the 9 is the last number. What that means, my friend, is that this year, so you got 3 more weeks left, no pressure. You got 3 weeks to really let go of the crap that is not serving you any longer, my friend. It's dumping those cups out and being done. And this really does connect with, like I just said, putting up these boundaries as well for you, of not allowing for people to affect you the way that they have in the past. I think one of your questions, you said, should I keep doing as I'm doing? Is that what you had asked me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If you're on the right path. Yes, but I also feel you've got to tweak something just a little bit by the end of this year. Otherwise, my friend, you are going to see yourself in this everyday rut kind of feeling for the next 9 more years. And you don't want to see that happen, obviously, because nobody wants to be stuck kind of in the, same crap, different day, for 9 years. One of the things I want you to also be mindful of, well, you also have a lot of masculine, this might connect with your brother, hun. This might be why I was kidding. Okay. Do you have a close relationship with your older brother?
My oldest brother, the one whose birthday is on the 14th, is not really close, but like my brother that's just a couple, like 2 years older than me, like that's where most of my stress has been coming from. Like, and me and him have always been really, really close, always, our whole lives, and he's just been like, he's been like distancing himself, and pulling away from the family or whatever, and it breaks my heart, and I know he's not on the right path, and I've just been letting that kind of, trying to do for him and trying to help him save his house and all that, and it's just been too much. So I just kind of, feel like I can't care more than he does. So I've just, I've kind of shook my hands of it, because it's just too much when I'm caring more than he is about it.
Absolutely, hun. And that makes so much sense where, yeah, 1,000%, where I was saying that you've got to have that tough love. And this is really about putting up those boundaries now, right? And the boundaries
Mhm.
are, like you just said, and stop doing all of this stuff for him when, really there's no giving back. It's just give, give, give. I
Yeah.
really, I do feel, hun, that by the end of this year, I would definitely think about at least getting that ball in motion, getting it rolling to where you're putting it out in the universe that you are done, with handouts, with helping. It's like I say, even with my kids, I try not to, help too much because I don't want them to feel like that they have to, are going to rely on it.
Right.
And I feel like I'm
You're
not
not
doing
trying to
them any
enable them.
Yep, yeah, exactly. Now, when it comes to your older brother, it's so interesting. That's why I asked if you were close with him, because I did feel a distance, but I feel next year you're going to see a swap in the relationship with the brothers, where the older brother that's born on the 14th is really going to come into your life. And not that I want it to fill that void, but it's going to fill up that cup that needs to be filled, and that relationship getting better. So it'll be good. But the cup that we need to dump out really has to do with younger brother, or well, not younger brother, but you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
older younger
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, he acts like my younger brother. He acts like my younger brother, but
Oh yeah,
so
I
yeah,
can
I get it.
definitely tell. I can feel it. And so I want you to stay on the same path because I feel like that you have done so much work, hun. I feel like you have really got yourself, together. You are getting your, feet back on the ground. You're really starting to, get your ducks in a row per se. And so I want that to keep going. But I also feel like the tweak that needs to happen is where putting up those boundaries so strong that, that your brother even helping, that comes to an end. And I know that won't be easy. What's so crazy is the affirmation I read today fits beautifully with you. And it says, letting go creates space for me to receive. If you don't let go of the things that are not serving you, you can't receive the good.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for an offering of light with Robin Cheney. Robin Cheney. Live from RobinCheney.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is an offering of light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, good evening. Merry Christmas to everybody. My name is Robin. Welcome to the Thursday night edition of A1R Psychic Radio, where they'll be. Oh, and Gemma says hello too. She enjoyed opening her stocking earlier. Now we have a mess. So don't look too closely on my floor. Anyway, welcome to Thursday night. I am Robin Cheney, and I am a healer, and I am here to help you move forward, whatever that looks like. If you are grieving, if you are in pain, if you are having mental, physical, spiritual, any kind of struggling, I am here to help. So just get in your mind what you want to happen tonight, and I hope I can provide that for you. So welcome back to all the returning beautiful souls, and welcome to all the new beautiful souls. If you like what I have to offer, please go to my website, robincheney.com, and see what else other offerings I have. I actually have something coming up on Saturday, which is in 2 days. It's a live healing event. If you want to partake in that, please go to my website. You can get your tickets there. They are $25 plus there's fees. I think it's $1.90 or $1.60 or something. So anyway, so you can get them at my website. And let's see, it is Christmas Day. Can you believe it? It kind of snuck up on me. I didn't realize, like last week, I was just working and doing my thing. And all of a sudden I said, I'll be here next week. And they're like, no, I'm going to be away because it's Christmas. And I was like, oh my gosh. So snuck up on me. I was ready for it, but it still snuck up on me. I don't know how that happened. That's silly. All right. So let's just get comfortable. Let's get Gemma some cookies so she doesn't interrupt us entirely. I'm sure she's going to do her best to try. I hope everyone had some. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope it's been wonderful, and I hope you have some wonderful food and family around you today, and enjoying all those special times and making fulfilling memories. All right, so let's just get comfortable, whatever that means. And let's, on the count of 3, take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. Very nice. Let's do that one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. We're just going to dump this bag of cookies for Gemma. And hopefully that'll be enough, or I will dump the rest of the bag. That was not a full bag. Okay, that's not a full bag. There are still plenty of cookies on the floor that she is going to pick up because she loves them. All right. Now I'm just going to start running light. Here we go. Oh, it feels like there are some people who are frazzled here. Okay, some people are sad because of this time of year. Some people are overwhelmed with this time of year, with everything that's going on. All right. So we have some grief. Oh, I'm so sorry. We have some grief. We have a lot of hope for the future. With some people, they're still mourning losses. Okay. We're going to bring a lot of light in. A lot of light. I call it light because to me, when I first started, it looked like light. It still looks like light if I tune into it. If not, I just feel that it's like energy. But if I tune in, there it is. See, I'm tuning in. It's beautiful light of God here to help. Okay. Those of you who are grieving, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your suffering. Let's get this light in there. Some of you, this is visceral, like really just in your bones, right? Your entire being feels this loss, the emptiness. You're really craving connection. But I think you're putting the connection on what has been lost. So let's kind of pull that into something. Let's get a connection that can bring joy, that can help reestablish faith. And let's get you out of survival mode and into living and then thriving. Because this experience of life can be so amazing for your soul. Yeah, there are a couple women here. There's a couple men here too, but mostly women here that are grieving, just grieving the heartbreak. It's just unimaginable. And it's like you're stuck there. So we have healing coming in. Wow. I do feel like tears are being wiped, noses are being blown. Here we go. I'm going to release it, but we're also going to bring in some joy. Bring in some healing so you can move through the grief. Oh. Don't worry, everybody here who is in attendance is receiving healing light. My attention is just on a few people here, but everybody else is still getting what they need. Just want to make sure there are a couple women here, one in particular, just, can't get through it. She can't get through it. Feels like she's blaming, trying to take accountability. And honey, this is not yours. This is not yours. This is not your responsibility. You couldn't have known. You couldn't have taught the person any better. It is not your burden to carry. I'm going to try to lift that for you. And I want you to be ready to lift that burden because it's not yours. You have a beautiful soul. So let's live your life. Let's live the life that you have while you're here. I feel like a father figure coming through. Okay. Father figure. He's saying pumpkin, like, I'm okay, pumpkin. I'm better than okay, pumpkin. So he's referencing pumpkin. If that was his name for you, that message is for you. Yeah, he's saying pumpkin or munchkin, pumpkin or munchkin. Maybe both. I might be getting two. Am I getting two? Yes, I'm getting two. Okay, one's munchkin, one's pumpkin. Sorry about that. There we go. I feel a release from somebody. Look, Gemma's back for more cookies. I've really trained her well, haven't I? If I don't give her cookies, she'll be loud and run amok, and then it's hard for me to concentrate. And so I give her cookies to keep her quiet. I know that's horrible. Now she's holding me to that, right? I'm hostage. She holds me hostage for the cookies. Oh goodness. She's very smart. Me, probably not so much. Okay, Let's release this. All right, we have something that I'm going to release it's going to be pretty intense. So if you are sensitive, and this is going to be for several people who are experiencing a loss and unable to move through the loss, and at this time, somebody in the stomach a lot, somebody in the head, there's pressure. Okay, there's pressure. All right, those of you who are sensitive who will feel this, if this work is for you, even the jaw, oh goodness. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Oof. Ooh. So there is one of God's angels that I work with. His name is Tony, or actually, yeah, I work with him. He is helping with this. So I'm picking up on dizziness. So who is caught in the head, whoever was dizzy, that should be releasing now. I had like a big stopped up nose. It's not anymore. So I feel sinuses being released, or actually like blowing your nose from crying. I feel like that's drying up. So I'm so excited about that. And let me check the abdomen, because it felt like there was in the gut that was going to be released for somebody else. I feel like somebody else is also swallowing a lot of their emotions and a lot of their grief. So they don't talk about it, but they think about it all the time, and they feel it in their heart, and it's just kind of trapped because it isn't coming out. And I want you to have a release. All right, so here that comes through the jaw. We're going to do another removal, and Tony is going to assist with, yes. Okay, thank you, Tony. Tony's going to assist. Since there are several, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Ooh. All right, here we go. All right. There's another person that has some stuff to release in the abdomen. It feels like, I'm sorry to say this, it feels like abuse. We're going to remove some of that too. You don't need to be, that's not yours. That is not yours, honey. You did not ask for that. That's right. Release that. All right. I'm going to do a little zap, a couple little zaps. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Light. Ooh, I'm really sensitive, so I feel all this. So some of you may relate, some of you may not. That's okay. Not everybody feels all this. And not everybody feels it as strongly as I do either. All right, let's see. I should be getting close. 60 seconds. Ooh, I'm just going to bring some big joyful light to encompass everybody. Big joyful light, just to give everybody a beautiful Christmas hug. Whether you celebrate it or not, you're still going to get some joy, some healing joy, some peace, wrapping that divine light around you so you can carry it with you. Pushing things out that don't belong. 30 seconds. Ooh, I still have 30 seconds. Look at that. Thanks, Dave. And just more healing, light, and joyous, peaceful light for everybody. Whew. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I will be here next Thursday, 8 p.m. I hope to see you then. And if not, I wish you well. And if I do, I will see you then to give you some more healing. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Nikki the Psychic. Nikki the Psychic. Live from Nikki-the-psychic.square.site. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Nikki the Psychic on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful, windy, well, it's cold and windy here in Pennsylvania. Week before Christmas, last full moon of the year. I keep looking back, someone check the calendar. So yeah, it's the last new moon, not full moon, new moon of the year. And before I take my caller, like we're waiting for that to come through, I just want to let you guys know that with this new moon, I want you all to work on planning your future, being your future for the next year, like what you want to look for and what you want to welcome into this next year coming. A lot of you guys think that you're going to be stuck out in the cold and you're waiting for those ships to come in and you're waiting for things to get better. But I want you to do that manifesting work and write it down, fold it 3 times towards you. And I want you guys to burn it outside under that new moon and just welcome those opportunities into your life for this 2026 year, which is also the year of the horse. And we're ending the year of the snake, which is all about shedding skins and going through phases and dropping things that no longer suit us. And oh no, here comes my cat. Sorry, that's Ghost. Just dropping things that no longer suit us to make room for what is coming back in. I'm ready to take my caller now, so make sure you do that manifesting. Hey, Joe.
Hello.
Hello. How can I help
good
you
evening
tonight?
or good afternoon.
Oh, it's 8:18 over here.
I didn't know what part of the country we were going with here, so that's why I said good afternoon. I had a question about my current position that I'm working at. I'm working in a school, and I'm kind of getting mixed messages, and I'm trying to be a teacher next year. I'm just wondering if that's still in the playing cards. I applied for a couple positions this week. I haven't heard back from them yet, but I don't know if I'm supposed to teach school year next year, but that's hopefully the goal, the manifestation. So I didn't know if you caught any energy in that regard. That was my question.
Well, right now, everything, as you obviously know, because you put in applications and everything, I have the Moon card, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Wands. So you're working on this manifesting and everything, like you said, and you're putting it out there. However, you already put it out there. So now it's like that waiting game. So yes, you will be a teacher. However, I think it might be, are you trying to expand your teaching, like what you're doing?
So right now I'm what's called an ESP. I'm like a teacher's aide, and I'm just doing it because it's the school that's really close to my house, and I have
Okay,
a
because I
daughter.
keep hearing expansion. So I think you're going to step out of, I keep hearing step out of your comfort zone. So maybe that is your hometown. Because I feel like you have a lot of opportunities coming into you, but they're new. They're new opportunities. They're not the same thing that you are doing. And right now, it's just the speed of it coming into you is out of your hands at the moment because it's mostly delayed because of the holidays right now. I feel like by the end of January, you're going to start really picking up momentum and getting the answers that you want to get to move into this new career, which will still be teaching, which will still be helping out in your community and everything. However, a bigger position than what you're in right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping to teach social studies next year. That's what I'm hoping
Yeah,
to do.
You're going to be in a bigger position, and I don't want to say it's out of your comfort zone like it's a bad thing, because it's not. It's out of your comfort zone because it's new. It's going to open up more opportunities. You're not going to be in a position where you're just an assistant. Like, there's going to be so much more on your plate. However, this is what you're manifesting. So just be open to the abundance that's heading your way. Right now, it's just delayed because of the holidays. So definitely because I keep hearing like the end of January, when all of that stuff is like thrown away until next season. You know what I mean? We're not worrying about the holidays anymore.
Okay. Can I ask one more question? If
Oh,
you're
of
getting any
course.
energy off of it. I am going through a situation right now with a coworker who is, I'm going to say the word triggered by me, and has been trying to cause chaos and cause me to lose my job. Do you catch any energy that is holding any water or anything of that nature? Or is it falling on deaf ears, which I'm hoping?
They're not paying attention to this person because I feel like this person's thoughts and how they look at people are old. I feel like they need to shed their skin and they need to be a kinder individual. Like the cards that I have in front of me, like the Knight of Cups and everything, like they're immature. And this is all being done based off of an immature mindset. And your colleagues and your bosses and the people that you surround yourself with, they see the difference between you and this individual. They see your heart. They see you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this individual, like, it's going on deaf ears. Like, you're not going to lose your job. This person is just, do you challenge this person or you just like speak your truth?
I can be blunt and direct, but yeah.
And that's fine. And that's your boundary. And I just feel like that this person is challenged by you, and that's why they're intimidated by you. However, your colleagues and the people around you know that you will always do the right thing.
Okay.
So I don't think you need to
teach junior high or high school next year. So I'm hoping that this doesn't get in the way.
Oh no, it won't. And I think that's going to tie into your expansion. That's going to tie into your expansion and just getting out of that comfort zone and surrounding yourself with people who see you. You know what I'm saying? They're more than your colleagues. Like they see you, they don't feel triggered or anything because they're also on the same path as you. Like I have the Four of Wands, like this new situation that you're stepping into is going to build a foundation more than just like a physical foundation with like money and whatnot, but it's going to build a foundation for you and like the people that you surround yourself with. Like this person's not somebody that you need to worry about. If I were you, I would just ignore them because misery loves company.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. I just wanted to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing, energetically speaking.
No, they're just trying to get away with stuff. And they're trying to get away with their actions. They're trying to get away with their words. And that's not going to get them anywhere because the people that you surround yourself with already, the people you're working with right now, they already know you. They know what type of person you are. They know that you're not what this person wants to portray you as just because they're triggered or they're intimidated by you standing your ground and you being an honest individual and you having integrity. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I live. So
Yeah, you're a master. We have the magician card here. You're a master manifester. You have all those tools in front of you to create this life that you want to live. And with the magician, you're also going to encounter a lot of people with silver tongues, a lot of people who are manipulative, a lot of people who want to pull the rug out from underneath of you, but that's not where you're going in this chapter of your life. So these individuals are just they're going to fall on deaf ears because they're not saying anything with any type of relevance, you know?
Okay. So these two positions I applied for, I have a good chance of being in that direction come the end of January.
Yes, 100%. We're coming up on 2 minutes, but I just wanted to let you know that you're probably going to get offered both positions, and you're going to have to make that decision of which one you want to go to. Because the universe is going to answer your manifestations, and then you're going to make that final decision for yourself.
Okay, I can deal with that. That's a good problem to have. I will.
Yeah, like this time next year, like I got the Queen of Cups. This time next year, your life is going to look so different. Like you're going to grow so much just from this opportunity and just from being a good person. Because the universe rewards that. Spirit rewards that.
Awesome. I really appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome. And if you ever want to book a private reading with me, I'm Nikki the Psychic on Facebook. So you can just find me there and shoot me a message, and I'd love to talk more.
Awesome. Well, you take care and be safe now. Thank you for your time.
You too, Joe. Happy fall holidays. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
All right, that was beautiful. I love when people are growing. I really do. I love when they're coming out of their comfort zone. I love when they're trying new things. I only have a few seconds left, so I might just ramble, but I hope you guys all have a beautiful winter solstice, and I will see you again after the holidays. Remember what I said, write those manifestations, fold it 3 times towards you, and burn that stuff outside into the wind. And be ready for your next year. See, we got the High Priestess card. Be ready for next year to be so much better for you.
Every generation has a voice that cuts through the noise, a truth teller who reminds us what we've forgotten. Christina Elliott isn't just another psychic. She's the woman redefining awakening itself. Through her show, Instinct Reclaimed, Sanctuary Sessions, broadcasting live Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 U.S. Eastern Time on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. She takes you beyond prediction into transformation. This is where illusion ends, where instinct rises, and where your soul remembers its unique power. Visit ChristinaElliott.org. Because you weren't born to survive the story, you were born to rewrite it.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Instinct Reclaim Sanctuary Sessions with Christina Elliott. Live from ChristinaElliott.org. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Instinct Reclaim on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone. Hello from Madison, Wisconsin. How is everyone this evening? Thank you for tuning in. Before we take a caller, I kind of want to go over some stuff. We've been talking for the past several weeks about my survival to soul framework and what it's like to live in the survival mode and just trying to live life according to how other people want us to live our lives versus living the lives we really want to live for ourselves, the lives our souls came here to live. So we also have, I know it's impossible to see. I'll remind everyone, you can see these on my website at ChristinaElliott.org. This is the pyramid that I refer to when I want people to live their soul-led life. And in order to do that, at the top of this one, we have liberation, freedom. This is what we really want to be in more often than not, but so many of us are on the reverse side living in survival mode. So let's flip it around and let's start talking about how we can reclaim our own life. So we'll start climbing this little pyramid too. And in order to reclaim your life, you start releasing the conditioning and you begin choosing your soul over the programming or the conformities that you've been taught throughout your life to kind of just go with the flow, please everybody, fit in, you know, all of that stuff we've talked about previously. Especially this time of year with the holidays upon us, everybody's a little extra stressed because things might be a little extra busy. And we just want to remember we all need to take time to care for ourselves. And self-care is really not only about getting a massage or, you know, acupuncture, whatever it is that makes you relax and smile, but you also want to pay attention to your emotions. And if you're feeling crappy, you want to go ahead and figure out, why am I feeling crappy and what can I do to start to reclaim myself so that I can feel better today? We are ready for a caller. We have Leslie in Holly Springs, Mississippi this evening. Leslie, are you on the call?
Yes, I am, Christina. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful. What can I do for you tonight?
Yes, I've been working at my current job as a college academic advisor for almost 4 years. That will be 4 years this April. And I recently started applying and interviewing for advisor jobs level 2 and 3, as well as senior academic advisor jobs. And I know I'm going to have one in 2026 in that capacity. And will that happen? And in which state that I will be going to next for my next job?
Well, let's see. The first thing Spirit's telling me is I foresee you having more than one choice. I'm thinking about maybe 2 choices. You're going to be able to choose where you want to go, which position you want to accept. And part of that can be based on the region you want to look at. They're telling me it's most likely going to be on the East Coast, somewhere over there on the East Coast, which isn't too far away from Mississippi. It's just a little bit of a drive up. I feel, though, they're also telling me that in order for you to move up in the ranks, so to speak, as you are applying for these jobs and, you know, sending your resume off, put yourself in the frame of mind as if you already have the job. Assume it's already yours. This is key, especially for the ones that you really want. Like if there's one in New York City that's really, you know, speaking to you, you want to live in a much larger space, not saying that's an option. That's just an example. I wanted to clarify that. I don't think you're into moving into the big city, Spirit said. But really, it's about the way you feel when you're actually applying. And even when you're not applying, I don't feel like you're dwelling on things in a negative way. Would you say that's true? You don't ruminate, you don't think poorly of yourself, or in terms, you don't think, oh, I'm not good enough for this role. You know you're going to get it. Do you have, Spirit's telling me that you do have a couple states that you would prefer to move to? Is this a true statement?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like there may be a little.
Yes, I
Go
do
ahead.
believe there are three. I do believe there are three. One is Texas, North Carolina, and my home state of Ohio.
Okay. Spirit's telling me that you want Texas or somewhere warm. I apologize. You said there was Texas, Ohio, and North Carolina. So
Correct.
I feel like you're not really feeling like you want to come back to Ohio. And I feel it's because of the weather. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could just be
Correct.
projecting myself there because it's cold here in Wisconsin. I feel that you definitely, Spirit's saying you really have a good shot at Texas and North Carolina. I feel that there's something more positive towards the Texas position. I don't know if that is because that's your first choice, or if it's because that's Spirit saying that's one that's most like the environment that you'll want to be in terms of like the people that you'll be working with. Do you know, is Texas your first choice?
Yeah, I don't have any particular order for choice.
Okay, then I think you have a bet. Then what Spirit's saying is Texas seems to be the one that will align most with your personality in terms of the people you'll be working with. But the information I give you is only as good as your free will choice, because obviously you are going to be getting, I feel like you're going to see other opportunities available after our conversation this evening. Keep applying to those other ones too. Don't put all of your apples in one basket, which you aren't doing. Definitely diversify. Honestly, though, I feel like this is something that's going to move really fast for you after the first of the year. You're going to really start having to plan for your move. Do you have other questions you want to ask me about it, or anything else too?
Yes, I do, because we're going to be starting the spring semester at my current employer the week of January 12th. And because I really want to work around my teaching schedule and my advising schedule, to have those interviews in those times in the afternoon, and we get back the week of January 5th when we're doing our one-stop registration for returning students. And I don't want to interview during that week, because I really like to prefer the first week or the second week of the semester, because I'm very sensitive to that.
I feel that the responses you might be getting, I see a series of interviews. I see them happening more towards mid to late January, where you start hearing some things back. So I see that you might be having some phone interviews, maybe the first couple of weeks, where you're just maybe talking to like an HR person, or not the hiring manager anyway. So I feel like there's potential for maybe some of those calls the first couple of weeks of January, but I think they're kind of waiting until January to start looking at applications, to really start paying attention to who they're going to start reaching out to. So I don't get don't get too much in your head if you're not hearing back from people, even within January. People take their time. They've got, tons of applications to go through. I definitely see you as a quality candidate, though. Like, you're probably going to have more interviews than you really care to have. It's quite possible, is what I'm saying. If the positions that you wanted were in that type of availability. I feel Spirit's just saying, like, you're going to have your pick. They are telling me you're going to be able to choose which one you prefer, but they want you to weigh all the options too. Don't just take the one that offers you the highest salary. That might be the correct one for you. Really listen to your heart. If something makes your heart feel at peace and relaxed, and if you're thinking about living there, or, and it's like, that's right. If it's light, it's right. That's what I like to say. So, I see both of those as valid locations for you, though. Ohio as well. I just don't think you personally are going to enjoy life outside of work as much as if you were in Ohio. But don't rule it out. Because, if they offer you $1 million a year, do you really care if you live in Ohio? We have a couple of minutes left. What other questions can I answer for you?
Yeah. And when I get this new job, will that university, will that employer allow me to pursue a doctorate of education in higher education administration?
Yes, but I wouldn't ask about it right away.
Okay.
Ask about it. You can inquire about continuing education as you're as you're going through the interview process if it comes up. But I would say wait and get a feel for how you like your team and the position and everything. Kind of settle into your new role first, and then look at moving into obtaining your doctorate for sure. I think that's a wonderful path for you. Definitely. We have 60 seconds left.
Yeah, there'll be about at least 6 months before I start to inquire about the doctoral program.
Okay, yep, I think that sounds good. And I will say, I can't remember if I said this or not, forgive me, but Spirit is saying that they see you moving into this new role, or hearing about the new role sometime in spring. So I see you hearing about the role early spring, and then, or even sooner than that maybe, but I see you moving early spring and getting settled into a new role. We only have 30 seconds left, Leslie. I want to thank you for calling in tonight. I wish you all the best. If you care, feel free to reach out to me on my website, ChristinaElliott.org. I would love to know what position you accept when the time comes. I want to hear all about it. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for calling in again. Thank you, Spirit, for communicating with us and giving Leslie such wonderful information. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday. Have a fabulous evening, everyone.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Guided Whispers, Insights with Robin. Live from RobinWolf.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Guided Whispers on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. This is Robin from Asheville, North Carolina. Happy holidays, happy winter solstice, happy everything. Almost 2026, and here we are ready to start the new year. I think a lot of people are more than ready to start the new year. Anyway, I'm a medium in Asheville and a psychic and an animal communicator, and I also do Zoom readings and phone readings. And if anybody wants a reading right now, I am ready for you. And while I'm waiting to do a reading, I have to tell you about the experience I had last week. I did a reading for this woman. She never had a mediumship reading before. She's had psychic readings, but no mediumship reading. And her dad came through. And it turned into an emotional reading. But what was so cool was that her dad is trying desperately to communicate with her mom, and her brother. And he's been trying to show them that he's there. He's been trying to do all sorts of things. So he finally said to me, tell them while they're away on vacation to look for a white owl. And I said, okay, I told them about this white owl, and I heard in a tree. And I said to them, it might not be literally a white owl in a tree. It could be a hat. It could be a sweatshirt. It could be a store sign. But your dad is trying to send you a message. And he wants you to look for that so he knows, so you know that he's around. So yesterday, what happens? I get a text message from my client with a photograph of a white owl on a hat, on a baseball cap, and then also a white owl on a t-shirt in a tree. So there you have it. The whole family was crying and happy, knowing that dad is on vacation with them and is celebrating Christmas. So remember, your loved ones are always with you, and they are trying to communicate. And with that, I'm going to say hello to Felicia. Felicia in Illinois. How are you, Felicia?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. How can I help you today?
Hi. I was wanting to know if you could see anything about my marriage, my relationship currently.
Okay. Your relationship in your marriage, you mean?
Yeah, we separated about 10 days ago, and I just didn't know what you could see.
Okay. So concentrate on your marriage right now, and just think about you and your spouse and what you want. Just think about that for a minute while I'm shuffling the tarot cards. I'm going to use a mixture of tarot cards, but also my own psychic ability. So just give me a second to tune in. So I am getting this feeling, this would be your husband, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm getting this feeling, I don't feel like your husband really wanted the separation. Does that make any sense to you?
It does.
Okay. I feel like he is taking time during the separation to rethink himself. I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like he puts a lot of walls up, and instead of discussing what's going on in his mind and his brain, he just blows things out of proportion and then doesn't know how to talk about it. And I also feel like he grew up in a family where life was a roller coaster, and I don't think he understands what smooth sailing is. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So I feel like he's very good at protecting himself. He has boundaries. And it's hard to like break into them. I'm not sure how long you've been married, but I just feel like this has been his whole life. So he wants to stay married. So I do feel like he is, I don't want to say he's seeking help, because I'm not sure that he would go to a therapist. Maybe he would with you, like a couples counseling. But I do feel like he is on this journey where he wants to rise higher spiritually and be there for you. So I do feel like he's working. I don't feel like he wants to be apart for the holidays. But I do feel like he's going to come back to you as a, let's say, letting go of his, I don't want to say issues, but I keep getting mom issues. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh my God, you are so spot on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
God help me.
I do feel like he's working, and I do feel like I'm not going to say he's going to come back to you as a different person, because that would be very fast. But I do feel like there will be a promise that he will work on it with you and without you, if that makes any sense. I do see the two of you moving forward together if you have the patience to wait a little bit longer. I'm getting that this summer, July, July and August, I'm getting those are going to be really important months for the two of you, building marriage and on your relationship. Does that make any sense? I mean, I don't feel like you're going to be up until July, but I do see it as being momentous.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you don't see it like waiting until then.
No, I definitely don't see you waiting until then. I'm not even getting 4 weeks of being apart.
Okay.
I feel like he's gonna make I don't know, I'm trying to think of the right word. He's gonna make a tremendous impact on you with his words next day or so.
Okay.
And you're going to, for once, really believe his words mean something, because I see tears, I see hugging, I see the two of you coming together and just talking. I do feel like his family comes in between the two of you a lot, and he doesn't defend you in front of his family. And I feel like he knows, he understands, he's going to grow. I want to say it politely. He's going to grow, and he's going to become the man he should be for you. And he knows that. So, but I do feel like for some reason, July and August, whether it's going on vacation or moving, there's something.
We have a grandbaby coming in we think June, July.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said my daughter just told me that she was going to have a baby in June, July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I love that. Is that your first?
No, my third. He actually adopted my 3 children and did an adult adoption with my oldest, so it made him a grandpa.
Okay. Awesome. So you're going to move forward with your husband though in July, August. And it's going to be, I want to say fun inspiring, beautiful. Again, you're not going to have to wait until then. I don't think he can wait a moment longer. So I really do feel
there's been really no contact.
okay. There will be contact. He may be waiting for the right time, but there will be some sort of contact. If it doesn't happen before Christmas, yeah, if it doesn't happen before Christmas, it will definitely happen before 2026. Which is funny because it's 2/26 now, so I feel like I'm correct with 2026 because the time came up as I said that. I just believe in all those symbols. But I do feel like there will be the relationship will be healthier. For some reason, mom is afraid you're going to hurt him or do something because he's been hurt before. And she just, she puts all kinds of thoughts in his head and he doesn't know how to process.
Yeah.
So I do feel like things will, as long as, I mean, it depends on you too, right? Because I do feel like you love him very much. So you need to decide whether you have the patience to wait. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you what I see. And I don't see you both staying separated for too long. I feel like it's kind of destiny that you met. And I feel like he's yours, you're his. And he just needs to come to terms with things are not right. You know, he's protecting himself. He needs to also talk to you about it. So I do see things getting better as long as that's what you want. Just because he wants it doesn't mean you do. So you need to make sure that's what you want as well. Do you have any final questions? We're coming to the end.
Let's see. Do you see me having a healthy relationship with his parents?
I'm gonna say no. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I just feel like it's gonna take a long time for the relationship with his parents to get healthy. I do feel like they will, but I don't feel like it's gonna happen today or tomorrow, if that makes sense. I feel like he's going to talk to them if he hasn't already. And I feel like he's going to almost yell at them, but I see acceptance and I see apologies from them, but I don't see them right away. You're going to have a lot of patience with that. You're going to also have to they're both going to have to let go. You also.
Sure.
With that, I want to wish you a happy holiday. And I appreciate it helped a little bit. And, okay. And congratulations again on the baby.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for the Psychic Site with Jax Potter. Jax Potter. Live from the psychicsite.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Psychic Site on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Wherever you are in the world,
I am Jax Potter. I am the Psychic Psych. I am coming to you from Brisbane, Australia. It is unbelievably hot here at the moment, and we are having crazy amount of storms and wild weather, and it's really been evident to me lately how much we need that in our lives sometimes, whether we want it or we don't want it. So sometimes the storms that we go through, the things in our lives that are unpredictable and that we don't want and that create a little bit of mess and feel a little bit chaotic, are the most beneficial things that we can have in our lives. Sometimes the storm is needed to clear out the chaos and the stuff that we don't need. So if you are in a stormy period of your life, trust that you are okay, trust that this is a clearing out and things will change for you. Okay, we are going to take 2 callers today. I'm going to chat through whatever you want to chat through. If you've got questions, feel free to ask me questions. We can talk on any topic. If you've got spiritual mentoring that you want, if you've got questions about your own life, I'm also a trauma therapist as well as a psychic medium. So we can really talk about a whole heap of stuff, whatever feels great to you. Before I take some callers, we're going to do a little card pull. As I'm shuffling the cards, I'm hearing calm. There is always calm after a storm. There is always calm after a storm. So if you are feeling stormy, if you are feeling worried, if you are just feeling that uncertainty, remind yourself that there is always calm afterwards. Okay. Oh, I got a heaven card. This is around spirit realm. So if you have been feeling a little unsure of things or drawn to connect into your own spirit team, you're being asked to do this. A beautiful, beautiful way to connect in with your spirit team is to take at least 10 minutes in the morning. You can do longer if you like, but at least 10 minutes in the morning and at least 10 minutes later in the day. Just take some time, grab a pen and paper, make sure you've got pen and paper with you if this is something that you're still learning and practicing and getting used to. So take a pen and paper, really quiet, no music, no distracting noises. Find somewhere that's really quiet out in nature at home and just take 10 minutes to ask questions. They can be any questions that you like. They can be, when is my next partner coming? They can be, why does the world function the way that it does? Why is there war? You can connect in. Your spirit team are there for your guidance, for your support, and to help you gain more clarity and to help you be on your highest path. So sorry, I'm croaky. You cannot ask too many questions. You are not a burden to your team. When you ask the questions, allow yourself time to just sit in that silence and then write what comes through. You will either hear it or you will feel it or you will just know it. Sometimes it'll just be a word. Sometimes it'll just be a knowing of what you want to, what the answer is. Other times it'll be very, very quiet because they may not want you to know at that point in time, or they've already orchestrated you getting the answers some way. So sometimes it's 3 days later, someone will bring up a topic and you realize that that's exactly what you were hoping to know. So lots of patience with this, lots of patience with yourself. Don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen in the way that you want, because the spirit realm really offers things through synchronicities, through visual things, through many different modalities. So don't get frustrated. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Okay, Janet, are you there?
I am. Hi, Jax.
Hi, welcome to the show. Have you got questions for me?
I do. I wanted to know if my family, spiritual family, has anything that they think I should focus on.
Oh, so beautiful.
And I want to know a little. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, my love, I cut you off. Keep going.
And I just want to know about career and my family's health.
Career and
my family's health. If there's anything that I should be concerned about.
Yeah, beautiful. I don't know if you just heard me talking about connecting with your spirit team as well, and you being able to do that, because they're definitely asking you to do this as well. So I will obviously give you some clarity today and support you a little bit, but your team's absolutely asking you to connect in a little bit more and take time, at least 10 minutes, a couple of times a day, just to ask directly to your team, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your greater spirit team, and be able to receive clarity, because you're actually far, far more in tune than you're giving yourself credit for. And the more that you spend time, think of it like sitting down with a family dinner, but you're sitting down to family dinner with your spirit team. And you're asking for wisdom and you're asking for clarity. So they're really asking you to do that quite a lot more than you are.
Okay.
what they want to talk to you about with family's health. Diet is really important here, and I don't mean you have to eat perfectly and everything has to be about diet, but they are asking for more balance within diet. For yourself, absolutely more consistent hydration. So coconut water would be amazing for you. Having some minerals throughout the day, like a little more intentional hydration throughout the day for you. And then with your extended, with the people around you, so they're just showing me people around you, whether that's your extended family or whether that's friends that you spend time with, just balanced diet and nutrition. Not trying to make it all perfect, but just a little bit more balance in there is going to be amazing for you. They're also talking in relation to health. What's the fear of yours for your health? What's your fear around your own health? They're showing me something from years ago that's created a little bit of this. So what's happened?
For me, not for myself.
Okay, so who
it's
is
more
it?
of
Who's
my
this
husband.
Okay, and then it's
my
you're
husband.
worrying about. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm feeling your fear, so you're concerned about him. Okay. Who is he talking to? Like, he's got medical practitioners. Has he got sort of holistic support as well? Like, what kind of support does he have around his health at the moment? And he needs a team, is what I'm being shown.
He does have a team. That is true.
Okay. Great. I'm so glad that he does have that team. That's really important. So keep that team with him. I know it just feels a bit up and down with him, as though it's been up and down with him. This team, they're giving me that beautiful reassurance of they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Each person on this team is very mastered in their art, is how they're saying it. So each of them are great in their field of expertise. They know what they're doing. Do you know, honestly, what I'm picking up more than his health is actually your worry about it. That's what's coming through more than his health, is actually your worry about him. I mean, I know you worry about him just as his partner and you worry about him in general, but they're asking you to not worry so much. He has a team. He has people who are experts in their field. He has great support. Allow yourself just to love him and to support him without the fear. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, because it's exhausting you.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't need to have that fear, my love. He's got amazing support. Let yourself support him, but support him in a way where it's very much kind of that mentality of, okay, we've got each other. We are okay. We've got a credible team. This is okay. Let go of the fear around this, because the exhaustion from the fear is actually making it harder. Like, you're run down. That's how they're showing me. Like, I'm getting quite croaky as I talk and just feel a bit like drab and fatigue and not much energy. Like, you're getting run down because of your worry about his health. So more hydration for you, more balanced diet for all of you. And just when those fears come up, when those worries come up, how do you normally calm your mind down a little bit? What reassures you normally?
Pray.
Okay, beautiful. Absolutely. And the Heaven card was the card that I pulled, so I'm not surprised. So please do that. But please, with that, because that's incredible and that's really important for you. So continue to do that as much as you want. You cannot do that too much. There's no burden for the spirit realm. Pray as much as you want, but also ask specific questions. See what your own guidance is. They're telling me it will come through in sort of one word at a time, or you'll write something and realize what the guidance is. But the other part of this is also mental reassurance for yourself. So I have prayed, I'm checking with my spirit team, my ancestors, my family, all of that. But I trust myself, I trust my hubby, I trust that we are okay and that we can cope with anything the world throws at us. So allow yourself to be in the present moment as much as you can.
Okay. Is there anything about career?
Career,
Is there anything about career for myself?
For yourself. You know that you are meant to be in a position of healing and supporting other people, whether it's a healer or you're labeled as a healer or not. You are here to support other people in healing ways. So what is your current career?
I'm in healthcare.
Okay. Yeah, you're a healer. What's the part of that that isn't fulfilling for you at the moment?
That fulfills me? Is that what you said?
That is not fulfilling. The part of it that is not fulfilling for you at the moment.
Politics, the administration. I mean, I'm in administration, so I don't have patient, but it's just the administration side of things.
Yeah, but you are absolutely. Do you know that about yourself, that you are here to support others in a healing capacity? That's why I said whether you are actively working as a healer or not, you are still here in a healing capacity. That's why you're in a healing environment. That's why you support other people. And that's why you're getting so frustrated with the politics of it all, because you are here for support and for healing. You're not here for the nonsense. That's why you're getting so frustrated. Yes. That's why you're getting so frustrated with it. And that's why it's your team saying that's why it impacts you so much more than other people, because other people are there for the money, or other people are there just to get the work done. And you can't operate in that way. You've never operated in that way. You are very much here to be of support, to be of service, to share love, to live in unconditional love. This is why when you pray, you feel so much better, because you receive those kind of, the way I'm being shown it is like those beams of unconditional love when you pray. And that's what you're here to do with the people around you in the work that you do. Even if you're not doing hands-on healing, you are still doing that for the people within the office that you're in, and in the way that you go about your life with your family and with your friends. So that's why it's hitting you harder, all of the politics. Yeah, that's why the politics is hitting you so hard. Is there if you were going to stay there, so what they're saying to me is you have a couple of options. You could choose to be in a similar role in a different place, or you can stay where you are. But either way, what is necessary is for you to set those really strong boundaries of not being impacted by the policies, regardless of where you are, because you are, and I say this with so much love, but because you are so connected in with the spirit realm, because you are so connected in with unconditional love, and that's how you naturally operate, you are always going to be more affected by things than other people are. You are always going to see mistreatment more clearly than other people. You are, like, if you watch the news, you can really see people's behavior more clearly than other people can before it even comes to light. You know, you can sort of watch someone go, oh, I don't trust that person. That's something's going to come to light there. You know it really beautifully and really easily. And because you are so connected in that way, it's really important wherever you work that you have very, very strong boundaries of, I see it and I recognize this politics, but it's not for me to take on. I'm not getting involved in it, because if you decide to move from where you are now in Korea, you want to be able to move into a new position, very, very clear that that you're not taking on the politics. And if you decide to stay where you are in the same role, in the same position, allow yourself almost like a little armor around yourself before you walk in the morning, and then as you leave, you sort of take that armor off and you come out into your full true self, if that makes sense.
Yes, because it is draining.
It's so draining, and it will always be for you. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that you see things and feel things more easily than other people do. You are very connected in when people are being very selfish, when there's too much ego involved. So it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's not that you can change anything. You're not going to be able to change the politics here. This is just what it is with that particular workplace. So it's, for you, their advice is to either to shift, but if you shift either in a different position in that space, or shift out of there, that you still need to have that beautiful necessary, the same as myself. I pick up on everything really easily, and I've got to have, in particular environments, I have to sort of be a little bit armored so I don't take on all of the politics. And that's what they're saying is the most helpful, because you're drained at the moment because you're worried about hubby, and you're also really drained because of the politics at work. And what your team is saying is these are two things that you can learn some energetic boundaries for yourself, and that's going to change everything so powerfully for you. So their recommendation is to pretend that you've got sort of this armor on at work, not changing who you are, but an armor where the politics can't get in. That's what they're recommending for you. The other thing they're showing me is there a little element where you can, not a huge undertaking with study, but is there something that you're able to study or increase your knowledge on when it comes to career?
Oh, I do all the time.
Okay, so what are you doing at the moment?
Actually, I'm learning AI for healthcare.
Got it. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. You seem to pick that up pretty easily, more than most people. Do you recognize that? Do you feel that?
I don't know. I do love what I do. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're not giving yourself enough credit for how good you are at what you do, because you're exhausted and because the politics are at play. You're just kind of like, oh, at the end of each day, it's like a bit of I got to reset every time, and then I got to go in and do the same thing. And you're actually really, really good at what you do. And you pick up on new knowledge. That's how they're showing me. You pick up on new knowledge really well, much easier than what most people do when they're going to learn something new. You seem to be able to pick it up really well. You're naturally good at this. So protect your energy, and you will find that it's far easier in career. This is not about you needing to be better at your job. You're really, really good at what you do, and you're good on gaining you're great on gaining new knowledge. It's more around just not allowing other people's stuff into your energy field and not taking any of it personally, or not taking any of it on board. That's all.
Yes.
Next
agree
year,
with that. That is true.
Yeah, it really is. And if you are really intentional about this, you're going to notice that next year feels lighter. So if you take away that fear around hubby and kind of pray, check in, talk to your spirit team, write a little bit about it, shift out of that, shift out of worrying about all of the political stuff at work, you're going to find that next year is far lighter, but there's also a lot more opportunity for laughter next year, which you're very ready for. You've had a heavy couple of years. So there's more laughter next year.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And
please be proud of yourself.
Are we done really quick? Can I ask one more question?
Yes, absolutely.
I was just wondering if my father passed on Thanksgiving like 21 years ago. I was wondering if there's any messages from him.
He's saying it doesn't feel like he said, are you sure it's that long? In a playful way, like it doesn't feel like it's been that long. He's with you, so you know this. Yeah, you know that the way they're showing me, he like soars in and visits and then moves through. So do you recognize those times when he's with you? Are you able to tell? Do you just have a sense of it, or is there some sort of signs that you get?
In the past, I used to, but not so much anymore.
So, all right. How did you know in the past?
I would just get thoughts of him or a smell.
Okay, great.
And I would think I would see him.
Yeah. No, he's that's why he's saying it doesn't feel like that long, and that's probably what that is what he's meaning by that, where you're like, in the past I could connect with him more easily, but I haven't been able to for a while. He's still there. He's very much still doing the same things, and he's saying, so the way I get shown from the spirit realm is for us to be able to connect into a team, our ancestors and our guides. If self-doubt or overthinking is loud, it really kind of makes that channel hard for any of us. So the more you can quiet down self-doubt and overthinking, the easier it is to connect. So he's asking you just to quieten down the self-doubt, the worry about hubby, the worry about the politics at work. The more you can quieten down just those little things that are outside of your control, you're actually going to be able to feel him and hear him more easily. So he's asking you to do that because he would love you to be able to recognize when he's there more. That's going to be amazing for you too, knowing that you've got that support right there.
Okay.
Okay, my love. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Jack.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Kelsey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you able to hear me?
I've got you. Do you have questions or topics you'd like to talk about?
I kind of want like a general, but I also would like to try to connect to my ex-fiance that passed away.
Are you happy to share his name?
Brogan.
Brogan. And you're also happy just for just general, whatever comes through from your team? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Brogan's immediately talking about confidence within yourself. Has that changed over the last sort of 18 months? Your self-confidence and self-worth?
I feel like it's probably gone down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like I feel like there was a period where you were really intentional about trying to feel more confident and just not sort of trying to take on things so much and you not being impacted by other people so much. But the last sort of 17, 18 months, they're just showing me it's been a bit sort of up and down and going downwards more than anything. And he just wants to remind you, when you laugh, it is so, so contagious. When you are confident within yourself, and you know this, he's saying you know this, when you are confident within yourself, everything around you and your environment changes as well. Do you know this?
Yes, I know what he's referring to.
Yeah, he's asking you to remember the power that you hold when you feel good about yourself, when you are feeling playful, when you are laughing, when you are not taking on everyone else's stuff, when you feel good about the skin you're in, when you feel good about who you are, your external world, things happen, like you're a bit of a manifester. Things happen pretty easily and pretty quickly for you in the external world when you feel good about yourself, when you trust yourself. But it's been it's wavering at the moment. And what did you used to do when you struggled with your confidence? What things helped you previously?
I would say like dancing and music, connecting
Beautiful.
to music.
To your body, especially.
Yeah.
Connecting to your body is really helpful for you. So self-pleasure, music, dancing, anything that's physically going to help you connect in with your body. They're also talking about there's an online mentor / sort of leader in confidence. So I don't know if you found them yet or if you're listening to them, but they're showing me you watching, like following someone or watching YouTube videos, that sort of thing, on someone who is an expert in this field on working on self-confidence and self-trust. And that's going to be amazing for you. So are you already doing that, or is that something you need to start doing?
That would be something I need to start doing.
Please be open to, they're just showing me it's one particular person that you really resonate with, that you start sort of watching them and following them, and they make sense to you. And that's going to be helpful for you for tips and tricks on just getting yourself back to a place where you do like yourself, where you are feeling proud of yourself, where you're quite guarded. And I understand the trauma that you've experienced. I won't share all of that on air, but I can see some of the really heavy things that you've experienced in this life. And because you've had, things that either haven't been resolved or have just taken so much of your heart with them, it feels heavy. It feels hard to feel good about yourself, and it feels hard to feel light and playful. And your team's not trying to get you to do that false positivity, everything's great. It's really more about a process of slowly building back up to who you are. And knowing that even with the trauma, so it's not dismissing the hard things that you've been through, but knowing even though you have been through these hard things, you are still very worthy of feeling great, of doing things that make you feel incredible, of loving who you are. And that's what your team and your ex-fiance are asking, that you spend that time really reconnecting. And it's really okay for you to have more of that playfulness and more of that lightness and more of that self-love. The other thing that is coming up is, and I pulled the card, is free-spiritedness, like connecting more into that little rebellious part of you. Like if you think back to when they're showing me you were like 13, 14. If you think back to when you're 13 and 14 and just feeling a little bit like, I don't want to do that. I don't like the way that person does that. I want to do it my way. Actually connecting back into that is going to help you so much, because there's this free-spirited, not rebellious as in just causing chaos, but little rebellious as in, if it's not for me, I don't want to do it. And if I don't like it, I no longer want to say yes to it. So connecting more into that free-spirited side of yourself that's been, the way they're showing me, it's just been kind of stifled or bogged down by heavy life things. Does that make sense to you when I talk about that slightly rebellious, free-spirited side?
Yes, it does. I think it helps kind of like connecting to, I guess I've struggled with setting my boundaries with certain things, and so I've been working on that lately because I do take on a lot with others, and I think when I do set those boundaries, then I can connect more to myself. So yes, that does make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. The more you can connect into 13, 14-year-old you that's like, no, thanks, I don't want to do it. No, that's not my thing. The more you can do that, the easier it will become to set the boundaries. When you set boundaries, beautiful, it's really important to not just set the boundary, but as you leave, you go, okay, I'm not overthinking this. I'm not getting caught in a loop about if I did the right thing or I didn't, because if you do that, if you're overthinking it, you may as well not have set the boundaries. So allow yourself just to say what you want to say, set the boundaries where you need to set them, and walk away being really, really proud of yourself and knowing that this is something you have needed for a long time and that you have been craving for a long time. It is immediately what came through from your spirit team of allow that little rebellious, free-spirited part of you, allow yourself to just say what you want to say, to not feel shame about it, and to bring in more of that spark of joy, because when you are playful, you are so playful, and you are then going to allow in and create more abundance within your world because of that. So thank you so much. You really deserve to be moving into this, and I'm excited for you because it's going to feel incredible as you do this.
Well, thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. I felt like after he passed away, I had a lot of love and light, and I always helped others, and I have really been struggling since he's been gone doing that, and I feel like my light was very dim, and so I am trying to find that love and light again. And
Love that. Pour it in. I know we have to go, but pour all of that into yourself. This is what you're being asked. All of that love and light, pour all of that into yourself that you have put on everyone else. Bring it into yourself, and it will be life-changing for you doing that.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Tales from the Other Side with Chris Clardy. Live from Terrell and LenormandByChris.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Tales from the Other Side on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you all have had a wonderful holiday, spending it with people that you enjoy and cherish, and hopefully there's some pets that are in that plan as well. I have been spending the time today with friends and family as well, and my pets. I started my morning off, as I always do on Christmas, with first and foremost giving my dogs their Christmas presents. And that's always so much fun because they get very excited about it. And each one of them, I try to get everybody something that they like to play with. And one of my little guys, he loves little teddy bears. And unfortunately this year I could not for the life of me find a Kong teddy bear. And I don't know if everybody was sold out or if they didn't make very many of those bears this year. So I ended up with a moose. So I have some moose crazy pug boys in the house playing with this moose, but I have to say that he was fairly disappointed and looking for a bear this morning. So I'm still going to have to keep an eye out looking for a little bear to try to keep the little guy happy. But yeah, that's one of the highlights. I had one a number of years ago that he would open all the presents. So he would get handed a present and he would open everybody's Christmas presents, and it was the funniest thing that was his job, was to tear everything open, and one by one he got everybody's gift opened up, and got to play with everything first because of it. He was quite the little character, and he's no longer with us, but he's definitely with us in spirit, as he proved that this morning with one of the cats tried to open one of my gifts this morning. So it was funny. He was sitting right on the box, and in true form, like little Omar used to do, he sat on top of the box and started ripping the paper right off of it. And I'm like, yep, little Omar's with us, making his presence be known and opening up this box. So something else that I thought would be a good thing to discuss with you all is the new year coming up. It's a lot of people start thinking about adding a pet to their family, and that is something that I encourage folks to think long and hard about, and to make sure you do your research on breeds before you bring one in, and make sure they fit your lifestyle. It's really important that they fit your lifestyle before you add them into your home. So it looks like we have Kelly from Ontario. Hi, Kelly. What can I help you with tonight? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How are you this evening?
Pardon?
How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good.
So I was hoping to get in touch with a pet that passed away over a year ago.
Okay. Can you tell me your pet's name?
Chloe.
Chloe. And was Chloe a dog or a cat? And can you tell me the breed?
She was a cat, and she was a short-haired, domestic, blonde-haired cat.
Okay. And what color was Chloe?
Blonde, like ash blonde.
Okay. So I'm getting this very sweet natured personality, but had this also had this playful side too. She was not outwardly forward with people that she didn't know very well. It took her a while to get to kind of to warm up to people she didn't know well. Would that be correct?
That's correct.
Okay. She I'm getting this really warm, cuddly, I like to sit with you, and I've got this feeling of her like nuzzling you up in the crook of your neck, like planting her face right in the crook of your neck, and liking to sit and cuddle with you, like up on your shoulder and in your neck. And she had so much love for you, and she loved to sit and just sit and be quiet and enjoy. Like I get the sense that you like to sit and I don't know if you like to sit and read. I'm getting like a very quiet time that she liked to sit in and just enjoy that with you. If you were a reader, or if you had like an area you like to sit in and sit quietly with her, and she really enjoyed that. She does come around you quite a bit, and I'm getting the sense that you have felt this almost like a nuzzling feeling on your leg, and her brush up against your leg. And I'm also getting the sense that you have heard some noises around the house and things falling on the floor that you thought, where did that come from? Or we're trying to explain it away, but it was actually her trying to get your attention. So she does come around you a lot to check in and to check on you. I feel like this cat wasn't just, we all have these animals that are a little bit more important than others, and I feel like she was that to you, that she was definitely a big piece of your heart. Felt like it went missing when she left.
Yeah, she was disabled. She was born with no use of her back or her legs. And so she was very much more special to me than any other animal that I have. Like, but I love them all. I mean, Chloe was very special. I fought against the world for her. When people would make rude comments about her, I would defend her like tenfold. I would even with the vet clinics and stuff like that, I would argue with them about her being like still being alive, and if I'd fight for her like having the right to be alive, and they'd be like, well, she needs to be put down because she's different, and it broke my heart.
Well, she didn't know. I mean, she felt like she was like her sense of she didn't feel different. She felt like she was like there wasn't a difference to her. She felt like normal, she didn't see herself as different, and it was because you treated her as being just as normal as anybody else, any other cat, any other dog. You treated her like she was just her own little individual, a special little individual, but she has this sense of security, of presence to her, that she didn't feel like she had any sort of disability. And she had a very happy life. And she was able to experience life, and that was because of you. And because of the ability that you gave her in treating her like she was a normal cat. You gave her that freedom of being a cat and not having a stigma of having a disability.
Yeah, I tried to make it like that for her, but
she so there's like, I'm getting this I don't know if there was like a little box or something that you had on the floor for her, that she liked to sit inside of this little box, and I'm not sure if it was exactly a box, but it was this little container of some sort that she liked to get in, and it made her feel like she was safe and secure. So if she felt a little bit nervous, if there was too much commotion and she couldn't get to you to feel like she was in her safe spot, she would get in this little space. And that was like her security blanket. And she wants you to know that she's completely okay now. She's very she's whole, she's complete, and she's free to roam and explore and do the things that she was never able to do when she was here. And it's like I'm seeing her climbing a tree, and she can climb the tree, and she's showing me a tree that she used to be able to see from a window in your living room. And there were a lot of birds that were in that tree, and there was this squirrel that she used to watch a lot. And that was a dream of hers, to be able to go and climb that tree. And it's like that squirrel used to taunt her and be like, oh, you can't get me because you're behind the glass. Not because you had a disability, but because the squirrel didn't understand that there was anything wrong with her. But it was like, oh, you're a house cat and you can't get me. Well, she has the ability now to go and climb that tree and chase those birds and have that fun and run in the field of flowers.
You know, I have cat towers in my apartment, and I have other cats too. And Chloe, everybody looked at Chloe to be like, oh my goodness, and like just kind of be like, whoa, took it back. And I'd be like, oh no, don't be like that towards her. She's loving life, If she gets her back legs don't work, she's still loving life. And then they'd see her fly on her front legs, and she could go. And then there'd be times where I come home and Chloe would be sitting up with her legs straight out in front of her, just like a human being sitting straight up. And she'd sit there so proud. And I'd be like, now, how in heck are you going to get down now? She would sit there and look so proud at me. And I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, how did you get up there? And my goodness. Her back legs, she didn't need them. Regardless that she didn't have use of them, she didn't need them. And I was so proud of her, and I tried to protect her as much as I could against everything. And I give her bath every day, and I miss those moments with her so much.
Oh my goodness.
And then when she died, it was so hard because I don't know why she died, and I thought maybe someone did something bad, or so I never knew.
Yeah, it feels like there were some other things going on with her. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to get into the nooks and crannies of it for you. If you want to reach out to me, we can try to do that and unfold that a little further. But you gave her a wonderful life, and I hope you understand that and you cherish those memories that you have of her. And thank you so much for contacting me this evening and letting me communicate with Chloe for you. And
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Energy Intuition Transformation with Sue Williams. Live from holistic-health.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Energy Intuition Transformation on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to this week's episode of Energy Intuition Transformation. I'm Sue Williams and I have a slightly croaky voice, so please forgive me. I'll battle through though. And I am the Spirit Psychic, and I'm so grateful to be sharing this sacred space with you. So as we approach this significant turning point in a couple of days, and it's within the Earth's cycle, we step through the portal of the solstice, a moment of deep cosmic alignment. So whether you're listening from the Southern Hemisphere, which is where I am, where we are welcoming the summer solstice, or from the Northern Hemisphere, where the winter solstice is cloaking the land in stillness, this moment invites all of us to pause, reflect, and honour where we are, both within and without. And the solstice is a celestial mirror, a sacred breath held between what was and what will be. So let's explore what this means for you. We'll start with one of our lovely meditations, and this particular one is aligning with the solstice within. So let's begin with this ground meditation to connect with the rhythm of the earth. And as always, please only listen if you are in a safe, quiet space, not while you're driving and certainly not while operating any machinery. And remember to only close your eyes if it is safe to do so. So if you cannot close your eyes at this time, please come back and revisit the meditation in the replay when it is safe for you to close your eyes. So take that long, slow breath in and exhale as if you're releasing the weight of the week. Let yourself arrive here, nowhere else to be but now. Feel the earth beneath you, the ancient, strong, unwavering. Above you, the sky stretches vast and open, holding space for possibility. Sense your body softening. Your jaw, your shoulders, your hands. Imagine you are sitting at the very heart of nature's rhythm. Now picture a golden thread of energy reaching down from your heart into the core of the earth. It roots you, it grounds you, and it connects you to the land that you stand on. This thread is wise. It knows your soul's seasons. And then from the crown of your head, a silver thread rises into the sky, linking you to the celestial realms, to source, to the greater mystery. Let it lift your energy gently, like moonlight pulling the tide. Let the solstice meet you where you are. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, feel the warmth of the sun flooding your chest. This is your blooming season. Breathe in light, joy, expansiveness. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, imagine a deep, dark forest wrapping around you. This is your quiet sanctuary. Breathe in stillness reflection, mystery. Now ask yourself, what truth am I ready to honor? What chapter is closing? And what sacred seed am I now planting, even if I can't see it yet? Listen, even if no words come. Feel the energy shifting. Your soul knows. Visualize your energy field gently expanding. You are becoming more you, more aligned, more whole. So when you are ready, just slowly begin to return. Wiggle your fingers, move your shoulders, stretch gently if you need to, and if they're closed, open your eyes slowly. You are here. You are in your season. You are the light and the shadow in perfect harmony. So now to our Oracle Cards segment, and let's tune into divine guidance for this solstice. And this week's cards come once again, one of my favourite decks, from the Sacred Medicine Oracle by the beautiful Asher Frost. And today we have two cards because at the same time we will be experiencing the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So card number one, summer solstice deer, the beautiful deer. And the key word is nourish. So this is your season of blooming. Let yourself be seen, fed, and celebrated. Soft strength is powerful. And card two, the winter solstice, the bear. And the key word is hibernation. Pull inward, rest deeply. Let the unseen work of the soul take root in your quiet. All healing begins here. Wherever you are in the world, ask yourself, what kind of medicine does my soul need right now? Is it light or shadow? Doesn't matter, just let the solstice guide you. So let's talk about the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. The time of light, blooming and nourishment. And for those of us in the southern hemisphere, we're walking into this beautiful summer solstice in a couple of days. And it's the longest day of the year, the most sunlight, a time of full light, expansion and celebration. And this is the moment to honour the journey you've made so far this year and to nourish the next steps with sunlight, joy and growth. You may feel called to step into leadership, to shine your gifts more brightly, or to embrace the abundance without guilt. The summer solstice, as we said with the deer card from the Sacred Medicine Oracle, perfectly mirrors this energy. Deer medicine reminds us that strength can be soft and nourishment doesn't always come from hustle. Sometimes it's found in simplicity, kindness, and quiet joy. So let the light feed your spirit. Let yourself bloom. And for the Northern Hemisphere, who will be experiencing the winter solstice, it's a time of stillness, reflection, a dream time. In the Northern Hemisphere, you're moving through the winter solstice, which is the longest night of the year. This is the inward path, the season of deep rest, renewal, and soul hibernation. It's okay if you're feeling slower, quieter, or more sensitive right now. The world may not stop, but your spirit is asking for a sacred pause. And this is the season of listening to your dreams, healing in silence, remembering your roots, And as we said, the winter solstice bear card brings this message home. Bear teaches us to retreat, to trust the unseen, and to gather strength in the darkness. You're not being left behind. You are being refilled. And this is all about the sacred nature connection. The solstice also invites you to connect with the land around you. If you can, go barefoot on the earth. Watch the movement of birds. Notice the plants that are blooming or dying back. Let nature show you what cycle you are in. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner landscape. And with all this beautiful talk about the solstice, we can also speak about spirit talk journeys. This is the kind of soulful inquiry we explore in my spirit talk journeys. These sessions help you gently uncover what your spirit or your animal companion's soul is ready to release, remember, or realign. We tune into the messages hiding behind your words, into your energy, or even your name. Right now, you can book a free 30-minute introductory session by going to spirittalk.au. You can find out more about my other spiritual offerings by going to thespritpsychic.com. And if the solstice is stirring something within you, trust that nudge. It is real, and you can just rely on what it is trying to tell you. So, with my closing message today, as the earth tilts and the wheel turns, take a moment to honour your place in the dance. Are you being asked to bloom into the sunlight or to hibernate into deeper truth? The solstice doesn't rush you. It holds you in sacred pause, a breath between cycles, a moment to choose the path ahead with clarity. So whether you are in the southern hemisphere and will be experiencing the longest day, or the northern hemisphere where you will be snuggling down to the longest night, let this solstice be a reset. Let it be a reunion with your truth. Let it be your time to align with nature. Whether it's in the dark, in the cold, or in the brightness of the summer sunshine, just allow yourself to align and be with your own rhythm, just depending where you are in the world. So thank you for being here with me today, joining with me to celebrate the solstice wherever you are in the world. And have a beautiful, soulful solstice once it arrives, wherever you are and however you will celebrate it. And until next time, hopefully when my voice has recovered, please have a blessed week. Stay grounded, stay radiant, and stay you. Goodbye for now, beautiful souls. I'll see you very soon.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I hope that you are all doing really well and really getting into the spirit of Christmas. I thankfully do not have that much to buy for, so I am done. So and I'm very happy about that. I am just as I was ready to say, that I'm going to go into the 3-card pool. This is a specific message for somebody, okay? Whoever's watching, it will resonate with them. And I'm just being told this is a spirit that's coming in for this person. And they're just saying, calm down. Don't be in despair. Everything will work out. They're showing me a lot of anxiety, and they're just saying, just breathe through it and you'll get through it. And I'm just seeing them pulling you into the new year, okay? This will resonate with somebody that's listening or watching, okay? So good luck with that. Okay, so back to the 3-card pool. All right, so just take a moment to choose card 1, 2, or 3, see which one you gravitate to. Keep in mind that it is a collective reading for everybody, so you may have to kind of make it fit into your life. So whatever the message is, put it in place to the area of your life that you need some guidance on. Okay, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then just leave it in the back burner. It could be something that comes up for you later. It could be for somebody else. Okay. All right. So if you are gravitating to card 1, it's this one here, which is heart. And it does have written on here, listen to your heart. It always knows. Look, when I'm holding this card, yes, I feel like there is an opportunity here to sort of foster some emotional or, an intimacy with somebody. But I'm also feeling that this might have to do with community, group of friends, family. I'm just seeing a lot of connections. If you haven't been wanting to be vulnerable and putting yourself out there, not trusting people, maybe this is an opportunity now to do it. I just feel like there needs to be some trust and understanding around things as well if you've gravitated to card 1. Okay, if you have picked card 2, it is this one here. It's Lioness, and it has written here, courage and wisdom are your natural allies. I feel here with this card that there is what we call claircognizance, where you get wisdom kind of like downloaded, and it's like you know things, you don't really know how you know them, but you're just not shifting your opinion. All right, and it is one of the clairs, and it is one of the way that spirit work through us. All right, I am also being told that be courageous, embrace some kind of vulnerability in your life. I feel like you need to be open, just be your authentic self, all right, and just trust and make further connections with people. And I do feel too that you've got to sort of accept things from your past and even current situations, just kind of work through things patiently and gracefully. Okay. If you have gravitated to card 3, it is this one here, which says sword on it. And it's got here, cut through doubts, you're capable. I feel like I need to say to you, this could be financial for a lot of people. I feel like if you've doubted that you're going to be successful, or you've doubted that you're going to get the money that you want, I'm being told to tell you, let go of your fears. Have courage and faith around this, and just free your mind up. Stop obsessing over it or overthinking it. All right, just kind of like let it go. But I'm also getting told to say, determination is a big part of this journey for you, okay? And just persevere. All right. Good luck with all of that. All right, I have Fonda on the line. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you today?
Well, I was just calling for a free reading and just see what you got.
Okay. Would you like any guidance or anything, or do you want to just see what comes up for you?
Well, you can see what comes up, but my husband I married him when I was 17. He just passed away. And of course you don't get messages or anything like that, but I do miss him. But that's just about the only thing. I have a wonderful family and grandchildren and all those things. But I was just wondering what would come up.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I do have two male spirits here, and we'll see if either of them are for you. How about that, Fonda?
That's awesome.
Okay. When I was, tuning in for today for the radio show, there was a male that came in. Now, sometimes spirit can just present young, or when they felt that they looked their best, or it can be the age of around when they passed. Okay. There was a male, he came through, and he was on a motorbike, but I'm not 100% convinced. I have to tell you that he rode, all right, or maybe he wanted to. But what I did have in my head constantly was that Elvis Presley song, Burning Love. All right. So, and I don't know if this person loved Elvis, looked like him, tried to look like him when he was younger, or what, but I don't know. Can you make any connection with the Elvis theme here?
No, not at all. And or the motorbike, honestly.
No, that's okay. Have a think about it. All right. It may be somebody that you might remember down the track. All right. This person was very depressed. He had a lot of anxiety in his life. He was not happy. Okay. But that's okay. If you don't know who he is, we will move on. All right. Okay. There was another.
I kind of do. I have a close friend whose son was killed on a motorcycle last year, but I did not ever meet him or know him. But he is a dear friend of mine, and I've talked to him for so long to, help him through it because of the grief of losing his son. Perhaps that's it.
Well, it could be, all right, because he did present young, and like I said, it could be just the motorbike, the passion around the bikes, and spirit have all different ways of.
You are spot on. You are spot on. I'm telling you. Okay, now I get it.
Okay, all right, he and I was also hearing that song with Elton John and Kiki D, which was Don't Go Breaking My Heart, right? And I just felt like it wasn't the people that were left behind that were breaking his heart. I felt like he was giving me that, like he had broken everybody's heart. And I can hear now, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So, if you get the opportunity, pass that message on to them that, it's not how he wanted things to be. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I will. And I talked to my friend and his wife so much because they are so grief-stricken over this. And he was very young. So you got it. You're spot on, girl.
Okay, all right. Well, just yeah, and he's blowing kisses as well, and he's showing me tulips. So I don't know if that's something his mother liked or somebody in the family liked, but he's showing me tulips, pink and yellow and red. Okay, so it'll hopefully make
I'll remember that.
Okay, all right. So there is another male here. He is a more mature and elderly or older male. He is very well dressed. He's very polite. You've actually had a lot of spirit coming in for you. There's like a whole line of them. All right. So whether you know all of them, well, you wouldn't know everybody. You wouldn't know ancestors. But, but he waited his turn and he just came and he went and just sort of sat around waiting. Now he was holding, or is holding, I should say, a folder. And it's one of those that you might have like legal documents or anything like that. It looks brown to me, and it's one of those that's got a zip all the way around. And I also got a lot of anxiety when he came through. And he's showing me coughing, a sore throat, dry throat, holding his stomach, headaches. Do you know who this is?
Oh, I certainly do. It's my husband that I married when I was 17, and he just passed away about August the 30th. And he had Crohn's disease. He had cancer, lung cancer from, and I was down here in Florida taking care of my mom, who was 96, and he passed away in his home all alone. And he had all of those things. He had Crohn's disease, he had lung cancer, and he was so sick. You've got it right. Oh my gosh.
So sorry. And I'm sorry for your loss as well. He's saying to me, do you know whether he was looking for something before he passed, or whether he asked you to find something, or that he, even if it was just out of curiosity about something? Because he could be giving this to me as validation that it's him. I'm not sure, but he's telling me that.
Wow, he left me everything in his will. And I've been to the house a couple of times, and I haven't found a lot of things. So, I've just had to work on my own through the probate court and things like that. So I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds very important.
Yeah, because there is something you need to find. The kind of folder that I saw, it's like an A4 size, which is kind of a bit like a document size. So it could be reference to the will, and that's why he's come in holding that. Okay, but he's saying keep looking. I think you'll find it. All right. He's not telling me what it is. He's just showing me you looking for stuff, looking for it. All right. So look, if you find it, you find it. It's something that it could even be a piece of jewelry, because I just saw a little trinket of something and just flashed it in front of me. So it could even be something as simple as that, okay? But he's saying he wants you to find it. He wants you, to have it. He's also saying to me, you don't know your own strength until you go through something, all right? So he's saying just believe in yourself. Go forward. He's saying enjoy yourself. He's like have hope and inspirations for the rest of your life. And he's blessing you with a lot of kisses and love, and he's holding his hand on his heart and he's saying, I'm always with you, I'm always watching over you, and you don't need to worry about him. He's okay.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Love Life on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey everyone, Merry Christmas to all those watching and listening. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been cold here, which is really unusual for Tasmania Christmas time. We had snow, not where I am, but right in the middle of the state. But I'll tell you what, you could feel it. It was a bit of a shock to have that kind of weather. Normally it's that hot that you got to sort of sit back and lie in front of the fan or the aircon like I do after trying to get over all the food. How is everyone? Okay, so I just want to quickly say today is my last show for Love Life for not only 2026, but just for a while, because I've got some new beginnings happening next year and some big changes. And unfortunately, I can no longer commit. But look, I'm going to keep watching. And I really wanted to say thanks to Constance and Dave and all the other amazing psychic mediums on here. It's like one big family, and you guys have all been amazing. So thanks so much for having me. And on that note, I'm going to do a collective message, and hopefully we get a call through. That's if people are still awake and not comatose from all the lovely Christmas dinners that everyone had. I actually didn't really have much of a dinner. I spent my day cleaning and unpacking because I've just moved house, and that was great because it was like just there's nothing better, I think, than having a good clean out and cleanse and resetting. So. And look, I've just got Deanne on the phone. Deanne from Massachusetts. How are you, Deanne?
Hi there, Katie. My name is Deanne. It's so great to hear you. Happy Christmas. Hope you had a good holiday. Cleaning is wonderful. You feel refreshed. You got with old and the new. That's great for the new year.
Oh, that's awesome. There's nothing better than just having that downtime to unwind. And I'm just adjusting my speaker so I can hear you a bit clearer. That's a bit better. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Should I turn up the volume on my phone? Is that better?
Yeah, no, that's all good. All right, so what can I do for you this evening, Deanne?
Well, I was just wondering, I am 37 years old, and I have been single for over 3 years now. And I was just wondering if you saw anyone coming into my life that would be serious. I've been messaging guys online and searching truly for someone to share my life with. I would like to get married and have kids. Looking for a Christian man who's open to vegetarianism. I just feel so lonely and out of place. Really need someone in my life. I don't know if you see anyone coming in the next year or two, but what do you have on that?
All right. Well, I'll do you a love reading then, and we'll see what comes out. But first of all, it sounds like you're at a place now where you're feeling like you're ready for love and a relationship, and good on you going into the new year, especially with these hopes. And the thing is, I think these things are always about timing, because we can go through these phases of going through relationships, and for whatever reason they don't work, and then I find that you always get a lesson from one of them, and you take that into the next relationship in a way that's going to be positive, turning it into a strength. So it's awesome that you're manifesting exactly what you want in a partner. That was the first thing I heard. You know what you want, you know what you're ready for. And it doesn't sound like you're going to settle for, just any old person. It's going to be someone that's going to be compatible with your needs and that you can enjoy time with. So let's see what comes out for you, Deanne. Okay. We've got the 10 of Swords. That's really interesting. We've got the Emperor, and we have got the 2 of Wands. Now, look, this is actually in terms of a future reading. This is first connecting to something that's recently happened. Well, not so much recent, but more in the past that you might be overcoming. And it's associated with the Emperor. Okay, so this would signify the healing that you've done from your past relationship. And I know you mentioned it's been a while. This energy, for whatever reason, has just represented itself. Okay, so this to me would either suggest there is still some healing to be done, or something there unresolved, some kind of attachment there that hasn't been fully severed yet. Or the other thing could be this might be fear holding you back, in a sense of knowing that your next relationship might be there presenting itself, but then for whatever reason you might put your walls up and go, I'm not going there because of the pain from the past. Okay, Ten of Swords and the Emperor would indicate the pain and the betrayal and the hurt that you have felt from a masculine figure. Okay, sometimes he's the father of someone's children. Do you have children? Do you mind me asking?
I don't, no.
No, he's a very fatherly kind of figure. Now, that could either mean the energy of an ex, or it could also mean, Deanne, from your own inner child stuff, okay? Perhaps if there is some unhealed stuff between you and your father that might have happened as well, that you might still be hanging on to, okay? Now, this is something that's meaningful for you moving forward with your next partnership, all right? So you would know what that would mean more so than me. I mean, I could unpack it, but at the moment it's a very quick reading, so we won't go there. But just be mindful of that. It's either that stuff from your own inner childhood and your relationship with your father, or it could be an ex, okay? Because the Emperor is a very masculine, fatherly kind of energy. And the Page of Cups being there with it does to me indicate inner child stuff. Now, you've got the Two of Wands and you've got the Three of Cups, okay? So I'm focusing on the future now. This was more of a dynamic, I guess, looking at the foundation of everything. You definitely have opportunities coming, Deanne, and I would, these two cards, the Two of Wands and the Three of Cups, to me would signify meeting somebody in a social setting, okay? So you mentioned that you would like to meet a Christian man. That would mean, this would indicate to me, putting yourself out there, going to church or Christian events or things like that, where you're going to have an opportunity to meet this person, because literally just by visualizing it, putting it out there, what you want, and putting yourself in a situation where you are likely to meet this person in a social situation, that's really going to increase your chances. Okay. Now you've got the Strength in reverse here. This is interesting. Strength in reverse indicates that you've been through a lot of emotional growth and a lot of pain that's brought you to where you are now to make you stronger. But you must keep reminding yourself how strong you are, because when it comes out in reverse, it can often mean we doubt ourselves sometimes, or you might make all these plans to go and do something, Deanne, but then suddenly at the last minute you might pull out because either I'm tapping back into this past stuff that's either the unresolved trauma or that pain that you're still sort of carrying from the past a long time ago, but still, it's still there. And with the Strength in reverse there, that would say that's your biggest challenge is literally your own trauma and your own pain, because there's definitely opportunities there for you. There's no doubt about that. I have no doubt that you can meet somebody in a social situation. And the Four of Swords in reverse as well comes out, that to me would suggest there's more healing to be done, okay? And because what could likely happen, Deanne, is you might meet somebody, but it's almost like that self-sabotaging behaviour might happen, like you'll put your walls up and go, I'm not ready for this yet, or you might fear to love again. Okay, this is the energy I'm getting, because you still have healing. Your heart, look after your heart. And I guess if you've ever done any work with the heart chakra, are you familiar with that?
Yeah, the heart chakra, I know that one. Yep, green.
Yeah. So sort of do some work with your heart chakra, okay, whether that's getting some rose quartz or doing a guided meditation where you're really opening up your heart chakra and focusing on that healing. Now, as far as meeting somebody goes, I see the cards I've just literally pulled the next one, which is your future current energy, where it's going. You have got the King of Swords, okay? The King of Swords. He's not bad looking in this deck. I'm not sure if you can see the screen or not. but he's a bit of a hottie. He's very good. He's very attractive. You are going to find this man very attractive, not only physically but intellectually. This guy's you're going to have. Sorry.
That's good.
Yeah, there's going to be a positive flow of.
I'm excited.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you talking, and I didn't quite hear what you said.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm excited.
Yeah, awesome. Well, if you can see the screen. Now, he's a good communicator. He thinks with a lot of logic. He could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, normally an air sign, but not always. But he's also someone who's going to stimulate you intellectually. Now, how far away is he? The High Priestess is here, okay? The High Priestess doesn't give a yes or no answer. What she normally does is tell you to go within and listen to your inner voice, okay? So in a way, you kind of already know. Look, there's the Fool in reverse. At the moment, there's a bit of the Fool in reverse can sometimes indicate rushing into something. Okay, so I kind of feel the sense that this is not far off meeting somebody, but it's almost like you're going to rush into it, and then there'll be those barriers there because of the unresolved trauma stuff. Okay, from past relationships, and like as mentioned, if you were to do the work on the heart chakra, there you go. You've got the 9 of Cups. Okay. This is what's needed, Deanne, is to renew your self-love, okay? Do some healing from the past trauma stuff, and then this is when it's all going to happen for you with that number one priority of that self-love first. That's when he's coming, okay? Because he's there, all right? The King of Swords came out indicating, yes, this person's definitely there. Here's the 8 of Pentacles. Again, this is a signal to get back to work on something, okay? And I'm getting more this is personal growth stuff. I don't think this is to do with career, but it might do. The 8 of Pentacles can signify training in career place or enhancing your skills somehow. But I'm feeling this is more about to do with you and your inner stuff, okay? So that's there as well. And then, look, following that, you've got the energy of the King of Wands here. This is about taking charge, taking control. And this guy, I'll tell you what, if he's a person, all right, with the King of Swords there, you might actually have a choice between 2 partners here, all right? One is very fiery, passionate. He could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, which is what the King of Wands is, all right? The other is going to be more about communication and stimulating up here, okay? Because they're both very attractive figures, though, and they've both gone through their life journeys, and they've both had lessons and carrying pain from the past, but they've come so far with their journeys, and it's going to be about what's compatible for you. And look, here's the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. The 10 of Cups. You can't get a more positive card when it comes to a relationship reading, Deanne. Now, I've just been given the prompt. I'm sorry, I have to get going. I've only got 30 seconds left. I hope that information was helpful. Work on you. Put yourself out there in social groups. And I do see a person coming soon. Just keep doing that work. And as for everyone else, thank you so much for those who have joined me. And I wish you a wonderful Boxing Day and New Year's, and have a great 2026. Thank you.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Mini Medium with Stephanie Cowan. Live from tarotwithsteph.net. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Mini Media on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. This is your mini medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and the beautiful Moonstruck TV. This is a woo-woo Wednesday. I decided to wear my spiritual gangster badge today. I actually purchased this from one of my followers when I went to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and she had all these fun buttons, and she's like, "Oh, Steph, you need this one." And I thought, I'm going to totally support that. So I am a spiritual gangster is what it said. I loved it. So, and that's what today is. It's kind of a woo-woo Wednesday. We're getting ready for the holidays. Hopefully you all are. I think we're like, 2 weeks away, my friends, 2 weeks away from Christmas Eve. Oh my gosh. So I don't know about you all, but I am a very typical Gemini procrastinator. So I'm always last minute, literally Christmas Eve, wrapping, visiting with Santa, doing the things I need to do before the big day on the 25th. So this year I'm doing a little better. So yeah, kudos to me. Very proud of myself. So it's part of my, it was part of my goals, I guess, if you will, for this year. And I'm not a big person about doing like New Year's, resolutions. I love to set little goals. And one of those was to make sure that I was done by the 23rd. And boy, we're on a great start. We are on a great start. So if you have not got your Christmas shopping done, you have 2 weeks. You're welcome, my friends. In case you didn't know, I mean, I'm sure many out there are like, yes, we know, mini medium, we know. So, but I'm excited to share just, of course, my gifts and just the beautiful energy. They are, or I say they, I've been having a lot of energy, a lot of spirits coming through. And so I say they, and like you guys, can see them, but they have been very present today. It's been very interesting. So we'll have to see how that all comes about either tonight or tomorrow night. So tomorrow night on my YouTube channel, which is Mini Medium 7.5, I will be doing a couple hours of free readings. So you can go to my YouTube channel, you can go to my website, which is mini-medium.com, and all of this information is on the website. Everything from booking, gift certificates. It's an amazing gift, my friends, to give a reading. You can purchase it right from the website. And I do readings over Zoom, so it does not matter where you live or where your loved one lives that you want to gift it to. So if you go to the mini-medium.com, super easy. You don't even have to, talk to anybody except for me eventually, if you decide to have the reading done or if you gift it to a family member. But anyway, so yes, lots of fun things to come. All right, we're going to get right into our affirmation, and I'm already starting to hear some things. Now, the number that I've been really drawn to today has been the number 14. And I kind of laughed. I thought, is that Spirit's kind of like funny way of going, if we only have 14 days till Christmas? So I thought, maybe that's a little bit of my conscious mind. But I always go with it. So we're going to pull the number 14 card in the affirmation deck and see what the affirmation is for everybody out there as a collective. Now, for those of you, maybe if you're just listening, or if you're like maybe wondering, why is a number important? Well, I will get numbers throughout the day and sometimes throughout the week, and the numbers will come in and they will generally validate a birth date, a death date, an age, a year. So 14 would be like the 14th of a month, 2014, January 4th, the age of 14 years ago. This is how my guides work with me and how your loved ones in spirit work to communicate. So and what I like to do is draw the affirmation card according to that number. So the affirmation, oh, this is so good. I know I say this every week, but I swear, it's like spirit knows. The affirmation says, letting go creates space for me to receive. And boy, if that isn't so true. So letting go creates space for me to receive. And I'll show that on camera here. It's a beautiful message. And then on the back, some beautiful double kind of beautiful butterflies there. So if it's not more true than that, my friends, I'll tell you, letting go is what you need to do to make space for other stuff to come in, right? So let go of the things that are no longer serving you so you can make room and make space, bring in all that good, new energy, which we're getting ready to start the new year, right? So, which I'm super excited to see how 2026 comes out. Lots of new beginnings and fresh starts. It's going to be beautiful. All right. Well, speaking of new beginnings and fresh starts, we're going to go ahead and take our first caller. And my first caller is Patricia from Illinois. Hi, Patricia. This is Mini Medium. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well, my friend. How can I help you tonight?
I'm under a great deal of stress and wondering if I'm going to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, sure, my friend. And I'm sorry you're going through some difficult times. I know this this time of year definitely, sometimes just doesn't help. With the holidays and especially where we've got social media out there, and sometimes that doesn't help. I literally just had this conversation with my youngest. That's why I'm bringing it up, and just really trying to help her deal with a lot of the stress and pressures that she has. But let me I'm going to pull a couple cards for you, my friend, really quick here, and let's see what guidance I can give to you. Now, you may have heard me talking about the number 14 earlier. Do you resonate with that number, my friend?
Not really. The only thing I think of is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know that's kind of where my mind goes too. Every time I think of the 14. Unless it's a special day for you, and that can very well be where your guides are giving me that kind of message, or if you have a loved one in spirit that that was a very special day, other than I think millions of people around the world that celebrate Valentine's. But you're right, 14 always takes me there. Maybe just keep it in mind. It may be connecting to the next caller or one of my other readings I'll have later. All right, my friend, I just pulled a couple cards for you. Now, I'm going to show the cards on camera here. Now, I just intuitively drew a couple cards. Now, both of these cards are the suit of a cup, and they're both upside down. So the one that one of the ones you pulled is this Ace of Cups, and this other is an Eight of Cups. So, the saying aces and eights, where it's, where I don't know if you ever play blackjack, and they tell you to hit on eights or aces. For me, and I guess I'm just a big gambler, so maybe that's where my brain is going. But when I saw these cards come out for you, this is really where I got excited because two reasons. Both cards are upside down, which I know that might sound a little kind of crazy to say that sounds good, but it actually is a good thing. What it is telling me is that the things that have been very difficult for you this year, that all of that has been kind of in a cup per se, is ready to be or is in the process of being dumped out and turned over and being done with. Now, anytime I think of aces and eights, that's taking kind of a gamble, but it's also a good gamble. So some things I really want you to be mindful of as we get into 2026. You have a lot of new beginnings and fresh starts coming, my friend, and that's what the ace is. The ace in tarot is, and in standard deck of cards, it's the beginning of all of the suits. So it'll go ace and then 2, 3, 4, 5. What that shows me is that this new journey is coming. The biggest struggle, the biggest, I would say, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I would say maybe the biggest struggle would be really being open to new beginnings and letting go of the past, letting go of the things that you have been holding on to. One of those really has to do with a male. That's why I keep pausing. I keep getting some kind of very strong chills down my right side. The right side of your body is your divine masculine. This is the connection with the men in your life. There have been some issues in that category for you, hon?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. And I think the only reason why this is coming up is really to go back to this ace, which is to let go of the things that have not been serving you, which really means cutting people out of your life. Now, I'm not saying that you have to run and go and cut, all these men out, or a man or whoever it may be. What I'm just saying is that you're starting to put up boundaries, and I really feel those need to happen like today, hun. And only because next year we're in this year of the one, which is literally the ace in a deck of tarot. So it is about going, I'm putting up my boundaries, I'm sticking to them, and I'm not going to allow for anybody to cross those any longer. You have a very strong, I keep being pulled to about March or April of next year. I want you to keep that time frame in mind, where I literally, if I had you in front of me and we did a full 1 hour reading and we focused on what I call your life path, right at that time, my friend, every single thing that I would talk about, you are literally going to see we need to talk about. So it's like your health, relationships, finances, family, career, all of these things you've got coming. I feel like even with you, you're not so, I don't think you're too afraid of change. It's just a sense of I'm too old for change. I don't know why I just had to say that, because I don't even know how old you are, but someone just said that. Do you struggle with change where you're at in your life?
I've had in the last 3 years, my whole life turned upside down. I do have a problem with my son.
Okay.
That's all correct.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. So I want you to think, that March, April time, you're going to see a lot of changes in every aspect. The biggest thing I want you to know, number one, is that it's a good shift. It's a good change. It is going to require you to put up some boundaries with your son, even more so, or some other family. And it is going to require you to kind of step out of your comfort zone. And I'll tell you, that's not easy. It's not easy to do. One thing I want you to also... Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've been out of my comfort zone because I lost my home in 2022, and it was everything to me. And so I've not been. I always feel like I want to go home. And
right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense, hon. That makes sense. Well, and even when I saw the timing of next year, that March, April time, even seeing your living situation getting better. So it's, my sign that comes in is boxes, and then the boxes open up and it's a brighter light. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's my way of going, this is getting better. We're not closing it up. So the biggest thing I feel for you, like I said, the biggest struggle is to put up those boundaries. And if that has to be with your son, I know I'm a mom as well, and I know how hard that can be. But I get it. I feel like you've sacrificed so much for him, my friend. And those right, and those cups that I was talking about, I just got the vision again of that's where, boy, it's hard. I'm getting choked up. It's really hard because as a mom, it's tough love, and that's where we have to dump the cup out and say no more. And I really feel that's the next step that I see you doing, and that needs to be done. I always say everything happens for a reason, and I know that's a cliche saying, but I really truly feel that. And I've been in the lowest of lows, about 15, 20 years ago, and I never thought I'd be where I am now, my friend. But I'll tell you, women have such an amazing and beautiful intuition. We have been gifted with an amazing intuition. My best advice for you, my friend, is listen to it, because I know it will never steer you wrong. I do feel that your son, about this time next year, maybe not far into December, I feel there's a sense of coming back around and things starting to calm down a little bit. So give it some time, hon. Yeah, give it some time. I would love, I know I got to get my next caller, but I would love if you are open to it, hon, send me an email. I'd love to kind of elaborate some more that I think is maybe more private. If you're open to that, I would love to set up some time with you, okay?
Why don't we send an email?
Yeah, I would love to do that. So yeah, just send me an email, hon, and you can send it to readings@mini-medium.com.
Mini medium, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope this gave you some hope, my friend. I can't wait to talk to you soon.
Thank you, Minnie.
All right. You're welcome, hon. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go ahead and we're going to take our next caller. And I'm super excited. This person's in my hometown. So Erin from Salt Lake City. Hi, Erin. This is Mini Medium. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good, hon. How can I help you tonight?
I'm just kind of a general reading, like if I'm like on the right path, I guess, or like if I should be doing things different.
Sure. Okay, sure. I love it. All right, hon, let me pull a few cards for you and let's take a look. Now, I was just letting the other caller know that the number 14 has been very strong today within my visions. Do you connect with that number 14? Does it resonate with you?
My oldest brother's birthday is on the 14th.
Okay. And is your oldest brother, is he still living or has he crossed over?
Yeah, he's still with us.
Okay. It may be connecting with him. I'll see what more I can get. But I got a couple cards for you here. What's very interesting, I have to show these cards on camera too. The first card you pulled is this 9 of Cups card. Now that card came out of the deck upside down, and I'll explain what that means here in a moment. And then the other card you pulled is this Hierophant card. Now, the Hierophant is the number 5 in the tarot deck, and then the number 9. So when you add the 9 and 5, we get 14. I'm telling you, there is definitely some connection with you, right? So you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. So we may very well be picking up something for your brother. I always say that I have to get the message out, but you do not have to feel obligated to share it, okay? I just have a strong feeling that may be part of your reading. All right, hon. So like the other caller I just had, you also have a cup that's upside down. Now, that again means that something was inside the cup at one time, and you turned it upside down and said, no more, I am done. It also means that the cup needs to be filled, means we need to turn that cup right side up, and we need to start filling that cup up. So keep that in mind for just a moment. Now, when we go to the Hierophant card, this is a very beautiful spiritual card. This is really about you connecting with your highest self, finding your purpose, starting to really do things for yourself, whereas maybe before you would just give to everybody else. This is what is so beautiful, because even the timing, I feel, is always meant to be. I always say there's no coincidences in life. And we have, 3 weeks left of this year. Now, this year is the year of the 9, which is the 9 that you pulled. And what that means in numerology, so if you look at numbers, it goes 0 through 9. Now, 0 represents God or the universe, whoever you feel your higher power. So the 9 is the last number. What that means, my friend, is that this year, so you got 3 more weeks left, no pressure. You got 3 weeks to really let go of the crap that is not serving you any longer, my friend. It's dumping those cups out and being done. And this really does connect with, like I just said, putting up these boundaries as well for you, of not allowing for people to affect you the way that they have in the past. I think one of your questions, you said, should I keep doing as I'm doing? Is that what you had asked me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you're on the right path. Yes, but I also feel you've got to tweak something just a little bit by the end of this year. Otherwise, my friend, you are going to see yourself in this everyday rut kind of feeling for the next 9 more years. And you don't want to see that happen, obviously, because nobody wants to be stuck kind of in the, same crap, different day, for 9 years. One of the things I want you to also be mindful of, well, you also have a lot of masculine, this might connect with your brother, hun. This might be why I was kidding. Okay. Do you have a close relationship with your older brother?
My oldest brother, the one whose birthday is on the 14th, is not really close, but like my brother that's just a couple, like 2 years older than me, like that's where most of my stress has been coming from. Like, and me and him have always been really, really close, always, our whole lives, and he's just been like, he's been like distancing himself, and pulling away from the family or whatever, and it breaks my heart, and I know he's not on the right path, and I've just been letting that kind of, trying to do for him and trying to help him save his house and all that, and it's just been too much. So I just kind of, feel like I can't care more than he does. So I've just, I've kind of shook my hands of it, because it's just too much when I'm caring more than he is about it.
Absolutely, hun. And that makes so much sense, where, 1,000%, where I was saying that you've got to have that tough love. And this is really about putting up those boundaries now, right? And the boundaries are, like you just said, and stop doing all of this stuff for him when, really there's no giving back, it's just give. I do feel, hun, that by the end of this year, I would definitely think about at least getting that ball in motion, getting it rolling to where you're putting it out in the universe that you are done with handouts, with helping. It's like I say, even with my kids, I try not to, help too much, because I don't want them to feel like that they have to, are going to rely on it. Right. And I feel like I'm not doing
to enable them.
Yep, yeah, exactly. Now, when it comes to your older brother, it's so interesting. That's why I asked if you were close with him, because I did feel a distance, but I feel next year you're going to see a swap in the relationship with the brothers, where the older brother that's born on the 14th is really going to come into your life. And not that I want it to fill that void, but it's going to fill up that cup that needs to be filled, and that relationship getting better. So it'll be good. But the cup that we need to dump out really has to do with younger brother, or well, not younger brother, but you know what I mean. The older younger brother.
Yeah, he acts like my younger brother. He acts like my younger brother, but
oh yeah,
so
I
yeah,
can definitely tell. I can feel it. So I want you to stay on the same path, because I feel like that you have done so much work, hon. I feel like you have really got yourself, together. You are getting your, feet back on the ground. You're really starting to, get your ducks in a row, per se. And so I want that to keep going. But I also feel like the tweak that needs to happen is where, putting up those boundaries so strong that, that your brother even helping, that comes to an end. And I know that won't be easy. What's so crazy is the affirmation I read today fits beautifully with you. And it says, letting go creates space for me to receive. If you don't let go of the things that are not serving you, you can't receive the good.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello everybody, welcome to to your astrology and psychic readings, Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. And if you're a Merry Christmas to all my people watching on the other side of the world, like in America, Canada, England, Europe. So Merry Christmas to you. So for me, my Christmas was yesterday. So today's my Boxing Day. But Merry Christmas to all those who are celebrating Christmas today. So this week, what we've got coming up with the planets, and I've been saying for a while that this Christmas was going to be a very different Christmas, and I feel like it is for a lot of people around the world with just different things that are going on and different events. Because of the planets, though they can be quite. I feel like the energy's been a bit dense and a bit hard sometimes. So the good news is when we move into actually January, the energy is going to be very different. We've got some really big transits coming up. So we just got to go through this week where we're going through some of these transits that can be a little bit difficult, a little bit heavy, but we're trying to make the most of what we can. So on the 28th, we've got, which is actually quite a good positive aspect, we've got Mercury in tri to Chiron. That's going to be giving some kind of healing to issues that have been causing you a bit of grief, bit of pain, or, maybe you can actually talk your way out of things or communicate to people better into sort of how you're feeling to get some sort of resolution out of the matter. So that's happening on the 28th. These are all my times in Australia. So for everyone else, it'll be your day before. So on the 30th, we've got Mercury then into square into Saturn, and also Mercury on the on the 2nd, we've got it's going to square to Neptune. So this energy is going to be throughout the week, and also Venus too. So Venus, by the time we come back next week, will stop at square to Saturn and Neptune. But unfortunately, we've got Mercury, which is still going to be all week squaring to Saturn and Neptune. So that could be some maybe not hearing positive news, or you're putting your foot in it. That could also be a bit of delusion. Maybe you're overthinking things too much as well, and maybe you're not thinking things very clearly. So that's what's coming up with those squares. And then also on the 2nd, we've got Mercury, which is going to be coming into Capricorn. So Mercury in Capricorn wants to get its act together, wants to be very positive, like it wants to be following the rules. It wants to be very structured and very organized. So that's going to be, I feel like that's when you're going to start really wanting to get organized for the new year, being a lot more structured and planning out what you're going to be doing throughout the year 2026. Because we've got some other big transits and quite positive ones also coming up in the first week of January. So the first couple of months will be big months of 2020. And 26. But with this week, I feel like maybe the energy might be feeling a little bit dense, a little bit heavy, and that you wanted to make like a lasting impression too. Could be people wanting to like complicate things and try to make it very complicated when it should be quite simple. I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a busy week, even though we're all sort of, having some time out. And it could be a feeling of not being able to get everything done that you want to get done. And I just feel like that you're going to be overthinking things and a lot going on inside, which you're going to try to really map out and try to sort of get things sort of under control, I feel like. And it could be that you're overdoing things or overstressing things too. That's going to be coming up for this week. But like I said, the energy should be a lot more different when we go into that first week of January 2026. So let's go to the caller. So it is Madeline, who's in Texas, Mandy, who's in Texas. So hi, Mandy, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How can I help you today?
I just want to get a general reading, see what's coming up in the next year.
Yeah, so what areas do you want me to cover? Do you want cover like work or relationships, family?
Finance as we can.
Finances? Okay, let's have a look. I just see money for you being a bit tight till we get to March next year. I just feel like you're trying to sort things out, but I feel like there's money going missing. It's like I said, a hole in the bucket. So it's like you need to I see you trying to sort out like finances or like budgeting, and you're trying to see where. So I just feel like there's a hole in your budget, or there's money that's ever going missing, and you're trying to work out where you can save, or where you can improve things in that area. But I do see it being being tight and a little bit challenging. But I also feel like I'm hearing like, and if you're thinking this, we need to find a new job, or you're thinking like, I just need to find something new, or something better. Because I do feel like I'm getting that as well. I feel like for you, when you hit the June, July, the energies around you a little bit lighter, and I do feel like that you're feeling more happy and better about yourself. And I feel like there could be something new or some sort of promotion. I do feel like there could be some kind of raise, where finances are going to be a little bit more like flexible for you as well. I also feel like there's a lot for you to do next year. I kind of feel like we want to renovate the back of the house, or change things towards the back of the house as well. Can you relate to that?
Not offhand. I'm in the
Okay.
process of selling my house.
Okay. I just feel like there's like, again, I'm getting June, but it's like there's things I want to get done, and I feel like it's the back part of that house or the backyard. It could be like you want to get a pool in or something about a pool, but I just feel like there's changes but it's the back part of the house. So it could be the house that you're going to buy. I feel like the house that you're selling, there's something about it being a little bit slow. I just keep getting things are easier for you in March. Things are, I just feel like it's a little bit tight till you get to March, where things are going to get a little bit easier for you.
That sounds really good. March is actually when we're planning on maybe moving back to South Dakota.
Oh, okay, okay. So the house that you're trying to sell, I feel like that could be possibly sold by February. I kind of feel February is when it could be sold. I don't know. There could be some like a mini makeover you're gonna do. Like it's just like I see like painting, like but they're painting up the skirt. We call it the skirting boards, which is like the bottom, the bottom over here. It's like the bottom wooden part of the wall. Call it the skirting board. And I just see like just like some sort of like touch ups, or just like I'm not seeing like a whole lot done, but there's like some touch ups.
Okay.
I think the new place that you're going to get, I think that's where you're going to make the changes sort of at the back of the house, or the backyard, or something about a pool. I keep on hearing something about a pool. So I don't know if you're getting a house that has a pool at the back, or you wanted to put a pool in. There's something about a pool.
Okay.
But I just feel like,
That
yeah, the
sounds
job's
pretty
going to.
positive.
Yeah, I just feel like the job that will fall into place. It's just, you're just going to wait till the middle of the year. Do you have any other questions for me?
How does my love life look?
It's not complicated. Instantly, I just get complicated. Like it could be like someone's like overthinking things as well. Like I do see. Like I do see. Is there someone around you trying to come back into your life that you don't want?
Probably my ex, but that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I just see someone like they got flowers and it's like they want to come back, but they're annoying. But I didn't see you see them wanting to come back, but I didn't see you taking them back. So I was like, oh, there's nothing behind them. But so someone also will come after this person. This current person this ex, he doesn't get the message. Like I feel like you're telling him straight, but he's just not. It's just not sinking in the brain. It's like he thinks he's always got another chance, another opportunity here, and it's like he's calling back, but it's not gonna like it's not. Well, it's too many. Like just too many full of things that this person's sort of done. But once that energy, or once he clears, when you move, I do feel like that there is someone else coming for you. And I do feel like there could be like a long-term relationship with that person. felt they got light-colored hair, like just like a lot like a honey color. So it's like a light-colored brown, a honey-colored hair I get. And I do feel like something about their jaw, as well. And I feel like there's an opportunity for more of a long-term relationship with that person. They'll be more understanding. I feel like they have a good car, or they've got like a nice car. Something about their car I'm hearing as well. And I do feel like it'll be more of a positive relationship. But you've got a child as well.
Yeah, I've got 2 children.
Is there one like a little girl?
Yes.
So I just get the little girl. Just like she means everything to you. And I'm sure both of them do, but I'm just drawn to one of them, and I'm drawn to a girl, and I'm just getting that she means everything to you, or like the world to you. Like the bond is very tight, and it's a very strong bond that you've got with this child. And it's like she makes right decisions as well. I feel like it's like you can talk to her, and it's like maybe not talking to a child, you're talking to someone older than what she is. Like, just feel like there's something different about her, is what I'm getting.
Okay.
And she trusts you.
My oldest is dealing with some issues.
She just needs some time to straighten some things out. I feel like there's a lot going on. I feel like she's over-processing it, and she's overthinking and over-processing it, and she's worried about what other people are thinking of her. But she needs to sort of like just realize she needs to do it. Like if she dresses differently, or she wants to be different, then like that's her superpower. Like that's what makes her unique and her special, and that's what she needs to concentrate and embrace, because I feel like she's worried about what people are thinking or saying, or maybe she doesn't fit in. But I feel like it's like she's like her own worst enemy, because she's just going over too much instead of trying realizing that that's her thing, and that what makes her special. So she needs to realize to embrace these things, because it is going to make her special and unique, especially when she gets older and when she leaves. Like she'll be a strong force, and embrace that independent and this individuality that she has, this uniqueness that she has.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for calling in today.
Yes, thank you. You have a Merry Christmas.
You too, Merry Christmas. Okay. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this last show, or this Christmas show. So we've got next year, and it's the last show for 2025. So next year, when you come back, will be the 2nd, for me, will be the 2nd of January. If you're in America or Europe, it'll be the 1st of January. So this is the last show of 2025. So I hope you've had an amazing year. And just one more week to go through before the energy of the planets are going to be changing, which is going to be quite different and unique. So if you want to contact me for a reading, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. Best thing way to contact me though is my social media, my Facebook and Instagram. So Facebook is also Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady DS Psychic, and my TikTok is also Lady D Psychic. My Instagram is Lady DS Psychic, and my YouTube is Lady D Psychic. So I hope you've all had a wonderful time today, wherever you are, and I'll see you next week. So bye for now.
Who reminds us what we've forgotten. Christina Elliott isn't just another psychic. She's the woman redefining awakening itself. Through her show, Instinct Reclaimed, Sanctuary Sessions, broadcasting live Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 U.S. Eastern Time on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. She takes you beyond prediction into transformation.